right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Don't stop. Keep it going.
All right, what's up? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all have y'all prep. For those that are on prep, make sure y'all take it. All right, I took mine. Oh, let me drink a little sippy sip. Woo. Wow. Okay. Woo. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing out there in the YouTube streets? So I literally woke up with some amazing news. First of all, I got like 3 phone calls today. And of course, we have been keeping a close eye on the ratings on Stationhead. So one of my 3 people that always call me when anything goes on YouTube, Stationhead, whatever. I do have like 3 folks, baby. They follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever my name being mentioned, or if it's good or bad, they gonna always let me know what in the world is going on. So we look at the ratings today. And we got this as an update, and you can see it right here. Is this the new one? You can see it right here that we are now a trending show at number 5. Okay, at number 5, and Riley is at number 6. So we have surpassed one of their popular hosts that have a contract with Stationhead. And we have surpassed them in the ratings. Now, everybody is saying, Wiley, this is no competition. You're lying. This is a competition. This is a competition. Because if it ain't no competition, why the world we have ratings? It is a competition. All right. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. And I said that, you know, I looked at it, and of course, you know, me when my team of people, we were talking, and they were saying it's no competition. I said it is a competition, because if I didn't chart, they wouldn't brag. So I have to brag when just doing something good. I don't somehow like to brag, but in this case, I'm gonna brag because this need to be bragged. This is an accomplishment. Hell, this is a show that we just thought of our head, and we started this show with nothing, with no backing, with no promotion, with no big machine, no other blog promoted us, no nothing. This is all because of you and you and you and you, the producers. Thank you. It was because y'all made it happen. And everybody wants to know, why did I not? Okay, we can take that off right now. Let's take that off the screen right now. Okay, then put it back up there. Number 5, Riley's number 6. Okay. And they had a double the amount show. Their show was an hour and 36-minute show, almost 2 hours. Ours was 32 minutes, and we have at number 5. So, all right. So let's go. All right. Well, my team of people, this is what it is. This is a business. Now, everybody in here did not have an iPhone. And I said, I don't think we can do it. And I wanted to do station for a while, but once I heard that only iPhone can be on can do the show, can listen to the show, I say it's no way. A lot of my team, a lot of my people don't have iPhones. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna just take a risk. I'm gonna just do it. Right. So I've reached out to other Stationhead hosts that are very good on Stationhead, reached out to them to collaborate. I said, hey, bro, you want to collaborate? Wiley, you know, all the people that say Wiley and say all this type of stuff, that say my name, and these spit come out and they get hard, their nipples get hard when they say my name. And so I said, you know, yeah, since you're my daughter, you know, my mentee, do you like to do a show? He said, no, I don't want to do a show. And it's not about burning no bridge. Stop all that stuff. We're going to school y'all today, because y'all be talking about burning bridges. Keep that in mind. Just keep that energy. So I reached out, and I was dull. Oh, no, it's no way. I want to do a show with you. I'm with these people, and I'm not going to destroy these relationships to work with you, Wiley. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Ew. It's disgusting. Why would you mention that? Why would you want to do this? So, me being the competitive person that I am, I went to Self, and I said, Self, I think I need to do this. Just talking to myself. I said, do it and show them that you should not be slept on. And show them that you should not be slept on. And I will celebrate this moment. So I went in, I looked I looked around. I said, how can I do the show? I said, the show needs to be unfiltered. The show needs to be me addressing things and really address it. Now, everybody was asking me about the Wiley show with Richard and all of that. Should I do the show? We was going to do it. And I was working with a person and I said, hey, can you listen to this? And I said, well, I want to be feminine and I want to be gay, really, really gay for this role, because the guy that left was very, very feminine. He was very gay. So in order for it to work, the audience wanted a gay guy, feminine gay guy to fill that role. Okay. So what I did, I created a character, another personality for that show. And it was going to be dope, very funny. I knew all the gay terminology, the gay slang, the gay words. And I said, but Cardi B came up. And I what I do is when I talk to certain people that's around me, I said, bring up Cardi B and I want you to drag Cardi B. I had these two people to drag Cardi B and say all the stuff that people saying about Cardi. Said we're going to do a rehearsal. So they would start talking about Cardi B, and I said, you pretend to be Rod, you pretend to be Millie. I had these two people to pretend. And I said, and I'm going to just be me and to speak up for what I think about. And I said the stuff that I was saying, and they was like, Wiley, if you say that, you're going to have some backlash. You're going to fall out with those women. So do you think that it would be great for you to do that type of show? I think it would be best that you just do your own show. And have your own voice, because it just won't really work in the formula of what they do over there, because you will defend her and you will say stuff and it will not be received very well. And you love to challenge people and you don't back down from a challenge, whether you male or female. And so, they had to remind me, I said, oh yeah, you're right. I do speak my mind. And I don't care about if you say you didn't burn the bridge, you didn't mess up your bag, you messed up the opportunity. That don't get to that, and I knew I was going to say some stuff. And I said a whole lot of stuff. And I said, and this is just in the rehearsal and y'all too mad at me. Just imagine if we do this on the show and I get picked up and do this on the show. And I said, I think I need to do it alone. I think I need to do my own show. It will only work best, because even when I slept on it and I told them, I said, okay, ladies, thanks for their opinions. I said, let me sleep on it. And I said, I got to do the Wiley show, because when I wake up, I'm thinking about Wiley. First of all, I thank my Lord and Savior for waking me up. Hey, hallelujah. But then I think about the Wiley show, me. I think about me. How can I better the show? So I knew that I could not be able to do the show without challenging those women. Whatever approach they're going to bring up, even challenging the celebrities that's going to come on the show, I will challenge. And so it wouldn't work for me. And it don't take away for those two women talents, because both of them are very, very talented. It would just work. And especially with the Lakim piece. Oh, most definitely I would have spoke up my mind about Lakim. I would defend Kim. I would defend Kimberly Jones. I would defend her, and they wouldn't like the stuff that I would have said. And so I knew then, and that when that little Kim stuff the narrative started to come out about Kim, I knew then that I made the right decision to do it on my own. Right? And I knew that in order for the show to work and me sleep good at night, let me do it on my own. And let me do it. Let me host the show, produce it, and just put it out there. And I put different titles out is because this is a competition. People say this is no competition. This is a friendly competition, not malicious, very friendly. And I love competition. I work best when I'm competing for something. I love competition. Just in my nature. I'm a man. I love to compete. And I think people they're not used to people not agreeing with a certain narrative. Me being a part, they're not used to this, and I can tell that. And I knew, baby, this is a very mild version of Wiley. But when I hit that station head show with all of those listeners, I'm gonna have my opinion, and this is my thought process, and I will challenge you. Period. Point blank. So when we put it on the ratings, did I lie that we surpassed them for this week? I did not lie. Ratings don't lie. When we first started this, we were at 6, you know, but I'm talking about when we really first started it, we was at, I think, 12. Believe we was at 12 or 13. And I kept pushing. I said, we want to be up there. And I kept telling the team, I said, in order for me and to help me with my argument is that we need to be in the top 10. We need to be number freaking 1. Because that will shut up my critics. When you reaching that spot, that will shut them up. And I am in that business. So, and I love it. Even if people don't agree, that's why I tell the moderators, let these people talk. Let them talk. Because I love dealing with people that challenge me. I work better when you challenge me. I work better when you say something that I don't necessarily agree with. That's why we're going to keep James on Two Men and a Lady. Because I like it. Because even have stuff I don't agree with, I love working with people that I don't necessarily agree with. It makes for a good show. Reason why Martin really worked is because Pam was the total opposite of Martin, and Pam challenged Martin, and they compete for that number 1 spot. That's what makes a good show. Shows is boring when everybody agrees, especially you're talking about being in media. You're talking about being, I love challenges. I don't listen to folks talk about get James up. So I said, no, he's going to be back the next week and the week after. Because that's the type of show that I want. Somebody that have their own mind, disagree, total opposite of me, and we do what it do. And that makes for a good show. And that's why if he want to continue to come on Two Men and a Lady, he's always welcome. Period. And that's what it is. Majority of the viewers love drama. Period. Once Wiley don't have drama, you don't have ratings. This show is built on comedic, me telling jokes, and drama. And you love it. Regardless if you disagree or you don't agree. As long as you're watching, you know it's something that is getting your attention. You don't like a show if you just sit and I just talk about politics, talk about international affairs. That's not that type of artist. You have to work really, really hard for that. Study that. And God will send people that way. But in this game, this is the entertainment game. This is celebrity gossip. I know what I got to do to compete. And I say what I have to say. And I love Riley and I love Millie and I love Mod Radio. Now, one of my radio moderators, the cookie man that sells cookies, chocolate chip cookies, strawberry cookies, and all of that, he dogged me in a post. Talking about he can't be trusted, this and it, just dogged me out. But I said, if you man enough, put my name in the title and bring your cookies and drop down out of the bushes and you come on StreamYard. The cookie man, the one that dragged Amaya Wiggins for ratings to sell some cookies. So you can't get mad at me putting somebody's name in the title when you put Amaya Wiggins' name in the title to sell your cookies. Yeah, you didn't like me because I'm more talented and I can garner more of a reaction from Millie and do a show and get viewership, and you don't have that type of attitude. The only thing you know how to talk about is your cookies. Only thing you good for is when I want some chocolate chip cookies, I want them soft, you go in that kitchen and bake me 12 cookies. And I'm like, you are more than welcome to come on the show and bring you some cookies, and we'll promote the cookies and send some here, and I'll eat some on camera for you. But just dragging me subliminally on a post and shout out to some blogger put it out there and post a receipt. Even though she dragged me, she called me the cockeyed, she called me ignorant. He does stuff for attention. And yes, what she said was the truth. What he said was true. And I'm not, see, this the thing. I'm a man. You knock on my door, I'm gonna respond. It's just that simple. You say something about me, I'm gonna respond. Don't give a darn because you were a mod, but you're not just a mod. You are a content creator. Now, if you was just a mod, then I'll leave it alone, girl. He's just a mod. But you a content creator. You put on your community post dogging me out. And I'm like, he just don't like, he couldn't like me because he said, quote, Wiley is the reason why Millie and Ahmad Wiggins have fell out. He agitated that situation. Liar! I didn't actually say none of that. That have already been a beef, and I did a report on them beefing. Wiley had nothing to do with Ahmad Wiggins calling Millie intern radio or calling Millie Robin. And speaking of unpaid, the begging blogger, he said all these things about mod radio. The damage have already been done. And so Millie responded, and she just so happened to come on the Wiley Show. It is what it is. And I have done commentary on many different bloggers falling out from big and from very, very small. So that to me just wasn't the truth because that have always been Laverne the intern. Thank you, Diamond. He even said Laverne the intern. So he said all of these type of stuff. And so when she came on, the energy was there. It is what it is. No one asked her and begged her or any of those things. People are attracted to the Wiley Show. It's because they know they're going to be entertained. It's because they know they're going to be heard. It's because they know they're going to be able to say what they want to say. It is what it is. These people are not people that you kiki with on a weekly basis. We are colleagues. And when it's need to be to collaborate, we'll need to be to collaborate. It is what it is. But I just didn't like it when he had to put that narrative out there. And then he would time me out when I go into her chat. And I stopped going over there. I'm like, I'm getting timed out every 3 other sentences. I'm like, he just timing me out. And I'm like, what's going on with this man? Is he upset that I ain't buying his cookies? It ain't my fault these folks ain't buying your cookies. It ain't my fault they ain't buying your cookies. Maybe the cookies ain't all that delicious. I'm getting time out. If you come over here and work and be on 2 Men and a Lady, folks will buy your cookies. Especially if I eat it and if it's real soft and sweet. Man, I don't want it too hard and rough and stale like some of these content creators. I want it hot, sweet, soft, that it melts in my mouth. That's the kind of cookie that I like. I don't like no hard, stale cookie. I like them soft, sweet, melts in my mouth. That's the kind of cookie I like. Now, so every once in a while, I love me a crunchy cookie with all the chocolate in it. But ain't nothing like getting you a cold cup of milk and give you that soft, warm chocolate chip cookie and all that chocolateness just go down your throat and just on your tongue, the taste. Yeah. And his cookies probably is good. I never had the man cookies. So I'm going to buy his cookies and be a good person. Because me, I could drag and still buy your socks, your cookies, and still be able to talk. Because I'm not coming from a malicious place. I'm coming from a comedic place. I only brought it up because he responded to me. I ain't no B. I ain't no B. Okay? I ain't no wimp. I don't back down to someone mentioning my name. I'm right here. Hello, I'm here. I could just imagine them cookies on point. I never, and since you said like that, I want to taste some of his cookies. I really want to taste some of his cookies. So if someone could be so polite enough to DM me a link to his cookies, I would love to taste some of his cookies. So I would definitely do so. And if anybody would cash app me anything to put toward the cookie for, I would love to taste some of his cookies. Yes, I would love to taste some of his cookies. You said he brought you some cookies before, ma'am, and the cookies was off the chain. So I want to taste of them cookies. I want to taste of them cookies. I want some of them cookies, and that's the side of cookie that you get up and you wake up, you go. It ain't about shading. If I'm buying your cookies, you can deal with the shade. Only a insecure person will be offended. I mean, if I'm buying you the cookies, I don't care what you say, just buy my cookies. Like people talk about me and they buy my shirts. One person bought one of my shirts. They used the toilet. They put poop all on there just to prove a point of how much they didn't like me. I said, can you please buy some coffee mugs and you can burn them up? Just keep buying the product. I don't care what you do with the shirt. Just buy the product. Period. Somebody bought one of my shirts and pooped all over it. Did that make me stop? I said, no. The person, he said, I ain't S. This is what I think about your shirt. He took a big dump on my shirt. I don't care. Buy some more of the shirts and mugs and put poop and urine in. I don't care. As long as you're buying the products. Now, everybody wants some milk and cookies. See over here, we promote for free, and he didn't even have to send me no money to promote the man for the cookies. So you should be honored once Wiley say something. I make that product hot. Go get you some that LaRue chocolate chip cookies. It melts in your mouth. It's sweet, sweet, sweet. So go get you some of them LaRue chocolate chip cookies and tell them that Wiley sent you. It should be a promo code that my audience get a discount, and they should be able to type Wiley in there. And then if you big, bad, and bold enough, you so good, you can come on down to the Wiley Show, and we can eat some cookies live on Two Men and a Lady. If you want to come on there and drag me, you come on and drag me. Whatever it is. What is the Cookie Man? So I just want to talk about Wiley, and I want you, before we get started talking about Wiley, I want y'all to go get my cookie, go get my strawberry cookies. I got the good almond cookies, so you go ahead and go get my cookies to the mall in Houston, and go get my cookies and all that type of good stuff. Got my real cookies real good. Get there real quick, fast, in a hurry. Put the order in for the cookies. The real chocolate chip strawberry mix cookies are running out right now. So we're gonna talk about Wiley and everything like that. You know how you gonna talk about me and just drag me and show his nostrils. Go ahead, baby. I'm gonna be right there with my troll accounts, egging you on to drag me. Cause some of y'all really be dragging me when I be under my troll accounts, be egging it on. So if you know, go on get some cookies and everything. I'm on the diet, but I don't mind eating some of his cookies. All I said was, but did I lie when I said that we have surpassed Ali in the ratings? Did I lie? We at number 5. Did I lie? Talk back to me in the chat. Did I lie? Because they always say Wiley is a liar. This is a stone cold receipt. This is a receipt. I did not lie. So the title is very accurate. Now we're going to get some comments, and we will take some phone calls. If you feel big, bold enough to come on and try to drag me, you could definitely come on, try to drag me. Somebody said Wiley has over 49,000 people each night. Wiley, you don't know how their ratings work. You need to check yourself. You have the station everybody can get. Rye has a contract. Millie has. I have a contract too. So you need to sit down. I have a contract too. You didn't know that, Miss Pink. You see how that's going also? I have a contract too, and I post it. I have a contract too. All right. Well, if you don't believe it, that's up to you then. I need one of the RuPaul saying no t-shirt. Can't find RuPaul saying no t-shirt. Can't find it. I'm gonna put it up on there. Congrats, Wiley, from my channel to yours. It's one from here. Yes, that's what it is. I have a contract. Don't worry. Can we? Yeah, draw me up a contract this time. Now I told you. Excuse my language. I told your ass you messed up on the last one. I know you my attorney. Stop trying to drink and stuff like that. Draw up a good letter. This time you mess up, I'm gonna fire your ass. You understand me? Do you understand me? Now, when you post it this time, post it. It better be, baby. It better sound like it came from Harvard University, or we gonna have some problems. Excuse me? Letting not have no problem. That okay? But thank you. All right, I don't play no games. So, all right. So the new people that are joining in, so that contract will be posted very soon. Don't worry. I have the updated information that we have surpassed Love and Hip Hop superstar and Nicki Minaj best friend. We have literally gave her a good soccer punch in the ratings. So we knocked her down a notch. We have gave her a soccer punch in the ratings. And I wish the moderators would post the show so the people can listen to the show. I'll post it. With my moderators, sometimes they be sleeping and stuff like that, cooking and all that type of good stuff. We have gave her a good soccer punch. I think after they left that meeting of the ratings, somebody left that conference room with a knot on their head. So now, Wiley, why you come? I'm not coming for Rod. All I'm doing is let me take that off the screen. Let me just end this. Please stop being gullible and taking this serious. If you work hard, anyone can get a contract. Except the ratings. It's all fun. It's all fun. These people be taking stuff so serious. They be getting up in the bus. Riley know how crazy I am. She have seen a couple of my episodes. She know how I drag folks with bad English. My nose be running, and maybe one day I'll be on site. You know. But I knew that if she really want me, I'm coming in challenging you, and I'm coming to defend Lil' Kim. Yes, I am. I don't play no games. And moderators don't be like, let these people speak and talk. Let them talk. I love talking to people that disagree with me. I know you tripping. Are you doing comedy? I'm always doing comedy. Look at my face. My face is a whole comedy show. I know when you look at me, you talking about, baby, what's wrong with his eye? I remember one of my mom's husbands said, baby, what's wrong with Wiley eye? Is he blind in one eye, baby? Because she had me playing on the big screen. And so her husband went bad. I think he almost failed because he thought I was blind. And he was like, baby, ask Wiley, is he blind in one eye? He thought it was a glass eye in my face. I said, no, I ain't blind. She didn't want to hear it. She was like, she didn't want to hear it. You know, she was kind of sad that he kind of said it. She tried to come. I said, it's okay, blind. I'm all right. I ain't got no glass. I'm just it's a little cocked. Some people say it's cocked. But it is what it is. And I'm not, you know what I'm defending? The Wiley Show. I have been dragged, thrown into the gutter. I have been dragged, well, not really dragged, thrown into the gutter. Somebody tried to drag me, but they couldn't get a grip of me because they too sweaty. They thought after they dragged me, they thought they was going to get a phone call from Atlantic Records to sign them for a record deal. Record went nowhere. Record didn't get on the iTunes charts. The record didn't get nowhere. They really thought they was going to instantly go viral and that their record was going to end up on iTunes. So, no. The only thing we don't allow in the chat is cuss words. Like say anything else, we don't allow no profanity. And if you want to drag me in the comments, make sure that you don't use a cuss word because it automatically don't show. So if you want to drag me, talk about my family, whatever, just make sure it's not a cuss word in the comment. You can get me together, just not a cuss word. If you get a cuss word, then just delete it. Thought you were blind in one eye when I first started wearing. A lot of people thought I was blind in one eye. They all thought I was a blind eyelid. They used to call me that, blind eyelid. I said, no, I'm not blind. I can see. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. The Wiley Show is number 5 and Riley is number 6. Ooh, I can see clearly now. The Wiley Show. The Wiley Show is number 5 and Riley is number 6. You know, I'm just saying. I got to throw that in there. Now, y'all gonna be messy and take this to Riley and twist it up and try to force these two divas to come at me. Each one of them know I'm slow. They know I'm crazy. They know I can't speak that well. So y'all already know. They said, this is Wiley. Wiley gonna be Wiley. We know this. This is no malicious intent. Because at the end of the day, if she come down in the chat and say, Wiley, what my $20? I always gonna send her $20. If she ever asked me for it, I'll send it to her because I love Millie. Millie is a very chocolate, beautiful, like, what? Beautiful. You what? And the way how she talk and she's so adorable. Like y'all don't understand. This is all good fun. I like her. You know, I love her. More money, more money, more money. I just didn't like the Lil' Kim stuff. I want to hit that line so bad because I know she would have cussed me out after I got through saying what I had to say. So she would have cussed me out. It made me know that it would have turned me on if she would have cussed me out because I like her. I really like her. At the end of the day, it's no malicious intent. I think she's an awesome blogger. She's dope. I don't care how often she loved her flat lemon pepper wings. I thought she loved Bono. She loved the flat wings. I love her. You know, so when y'all sit here and try to make these beef with people that genuinely understand what Wiley do, you get it. Like Riley, I'm just, and if Ross see this is no malicious intent because I still listen to her show. I still will listen. Period. It is what it is. Now I heard that Richard didn't like me. He said some negative things about me. Now me and Richard, I was going to go on Richard Lomax's show. Word got back to me that it was going to be an ambush, and I told Richard it's 3 things that I don't want to discuss. I don't want to discuss anything that is coming up with this, A, B, and C. I gave him 3 points. We can't bring this up. So I sent him that, and I told him that via the phone. He said, okay, all right. We ain't gonna mention. Then I got a phone. Oh, we need to mention this. I said, I'm not coming to your show to mention those things because I don't want to talk about it. I just definitely don't want to talk about it. Period, point blank. Now, originally, I wanted to come on the show to talk about the black women and Nikat and I, Black the Bees and all that. I want to have that discussion about the approach, and we have a conversation about the B word and black women, etc. But I did not want to talk about 3 different things that I just definitely did not want to talk about. I just did not want to talk about these different things because I just didn't feel like talking about it. I just didn't feel like talking, especially on somebody else's show. When it comes to my family business, I talk about it on my show because I'd rather get the clicks and views and the money for it. I'm not going to talk about it on nobody else's show like that. I don't really know you like that. I really got to rock with you and know you to really get in about that. I'm very, I don't go on everybody's show talking about that. I really go and stay on my show. 80% or 95% of what you heard about my family, you heard it from me directly. Or unless you go to the My Wiggins show and he played like old episodes of our interview, you know, because it just helps me that I was there and I'm a part of the success of that show. So anytime I want to pick that up and use it, guess what? I pick it up and I use it. Every time I want to pick it up and use it, I pick it up and I use it. Period. Because it's easy because I was in the bed of that show. I was in the process when that show was being conceived. I was part of it. I laid down a seed in that show, and some of my DNA is still a part of that show. I'm probably the daddy, but some of I'm part of that family tree. So anytime you hear story of that show, my DNA is on the scene. If you ever do an ancestry.com or the My Wicked Show, you will literally see Wiley on the show, on that tree. My DNA is a part of that show, whether he want to admit to it or not. Because anytime he want to bring something up, and then he was the one that he said, you see my face. I had a sickness. Half of my face was frozen. I couldn't even blink my eye. And I interviewed Wiley. We both had stuff going on in our health. My head was compromised and his face was compromised. My head, I couldn't think right. And Amar Wiggins during that time couldn't blink his eye. I couldn't blink. His face was frozen. My mind was temporarily gone. It had left. So we both were temporarily, our health was attacked during that time. As I'm lying about that? Who saw that? Who was over there being nosy when he brought that up? He brought it up. Who's over there when he brought it up? He said, this is the episode. He said, as you can see, I couldn't even blink my eye. I couldn't even blink it. Half my face was frozen. And my mind was gone. I was over there. People get mad. They get upset. And this is my reaction video. All the bloggers just like to stir up stuff. Y'all cash app and you people donate to these channels. YouTube is really just a hustle at this point. I like a couple of y'all get y'all hustle on. That's what it is. And it's just entertainment. It's entertainment. And Jamie Foxx is on YouTube. I just watched Jamie Foxx, from Living Color and from the Jamie Foxx show. Jamie Foxx was on, he was on YouTube and he said, I invented YouTube. And he were talking about the VHS tapes and all of that. And I see all of them cars there. And I'm creating character. None of my stuff have really stick before. So he's on YouTube. Will Smith is on YouTube. Candy is on YouTube. Congratulations, you won the Masked Singer. Nene Leakes is on YouTube. I mean, so many celebrities are on YouTube because they understand the hustle and how you can get following and money, because they know it's probably going to be a while before we go hit a set. It's probably going to be a while before we able to do a concert. And since we don't really own stuff, and the only people that's really going to eat, that's really eating, and is Tyler Perry, because he was smart. This man got 333 anchors. So he have told his actors and actresses that when y'all come here for 2 weeks, y'all going to be able to stay on set. We going to feed you. You're going to have to take a hot shower. You got heat, air conditioning. And then once we done taping, you all can leave. Y'all going to get tested. And then once y'all done shoot, y'all go back to y'all happy place. He's going to make a lot of money because Tyler Perry was, thank you for that cash out. Thank you for that. Tyler Perry was able to have all them acres so he could bring his actors and actors on there. So that formula of shooting in 2 weeks is actually going to work for Tyler Perry benefit. And if he's the only guy out here that got shows to shop, he's going to be eating from a lot of networks. And that man going to be able to come in there and make a whole lot of money. And that's why Tyler Perry told his people, listen, we got to come on there because he know it's money on the table. Because a lot of these major news outlets don't necessarily, a lot of these Hollywood studios, they don't have the type of inventory or structure to do what Tyler Perry is going to do. He do his stuff in 2 weeks. He know his people. They don't judge him like that. And he know his audience gonna be there. 2 weeks, he gonna be there. So Tyler Perry, you smart, brother. And if you want me to come there and fly out and I sign my NDA, and I would love to be on one of your movies. All right? Tyler Perry gonna eat. He can write and act, and let's get to the plantation together. Oh, he gonna be right up on there. He got his whole plantation. Plantation. He got his whatever you want to call it, plantation. That's when the soldiers that wanted to, the Confederate soldiers wanted to keep us in bondage. That's where they used to house like generals and stuff like that. So I mean, get your money, black man, get your money. And I would love to be on one of your movies. Can you please put me in bruh? I would love to be in bruh. Mr. Perry, can you put me in bruh? All right. Okay. So and it is what it is about that. Don't pour that thing out unless you plan to bang. Absolutely. Facts. And you just definitely claim it. So back to the original topic, and we will open up the phone lines. We got 200 million people watching. This show is growing, and we are reaching other heights. And for us to reach number 5 is amazing numbers for the Wiley Show. And when I'm getting blessed, it is nothing wrong for me to put it out there that this is a blessed moment for the show. Okay? Because when I was on the news media for that library situation, it went viral. So that's how I tell the other guy that got the news clip, I was able to encourage him, because at the end of the day, when stuff is bad, they push it out there. But when things go good, this didn't go viral. The only reason why you seeing this is because I put it out. Now, if I was on the news for some negative and bad, everybody and their mama will be talking about it. Especially if it read international news, they'll talk about it on the Wiley Show. So why is it that when something positive happens, I got to shut up and don't tell nobody? No, not me. I'm going to speak. And if you triggered, I don't care if you triggered and everything like that. I don't care if you just slipped on your food stamp card watching this show. Get up and make sure you send some donations to my P.O. box. Okay, I don't care if using the food and you in the line getting you a box of food and you upset at me watching this show on an iPhone. You ain't gonna tell them folks that you got you a brand new iPhone while you in that food stamp line trying to get that box of food. And if you triggered, hit that number and call in. Hit that number and call in. So look, him is an icon and everything like that. We got folks that used to drag the Wiley Show in the chat, because I know folks gonna come on home. Yeah, you're gonna drag me for a season, but eventually you're gonna come back where the entertainment is. I have plenty of people that have slipped on a food stamp card, just drag me and dog me out. But I said this, I ain't gonna say nothing, because they're gonna come back home. They're going to come back to the place where you can laugh in the morning. They're going to come back to the place where you can speak freely. They're going to come back home regardless. I already know it, because you never left. Because all these folks that you ran to, they temporarily ain't doing shows. One, mine gone, been gone for a long time. She done messed up her bag and said, I quit a show and post all information. Mine gone, voice still temporarily just not there. She really can't go live like that. Need to be in somebody's hospital. So you really can't go nowhere. A lot of these other folks, their content just very, very stale. Ain't doing nothing. They talk about the same stuff they've been talking about for years. Beef with the same tired people. So you get tired. So you say, let me come on home to the Wiley Show. I'm going to come home where I can laugh and speak. He talk about 15 different topics. When you come here, it's just fresh and new. Let me see if anybody call in. If you calling in, make sure you got me turned down in the background. And please, if you got babies around, make sure you so in a quiet space. We don't want to hear your baby crying. So before you call in, get that baby some bacon, feed that baby Similac milk. All right, cook them some breakfast, grilled cheese, and whatever. Make sure they fed before you try to spill some tea. So that's out of order. If you calling in and baby's crying, you trying to spill some tea, I'm going to rebuke you and tell you, before you try to spill some tea about Lil' Kim and how she look, how she don't sound good, you feed that baby before you try to drag Lil' Kim. So before you call in, make sure your babies is well taken care of. I don't want to hear them crying. Because to us, we're going to say, feed your baby. We're going to be distracted with all that crying. Because some of these, every time you get on the phone and everything like that. And then, you know, if you can't comment up, put them on, and they daddy can put it. I get on the phone with her, talk to her, and they'll calm down. I got authority, you know. So if you want to bring her the baby on, how you doing? Oh, pookie. And they'll calm down because they think that I'm their daddy. Just for entertainment purposes only. Don't tell them that I'm their daddy, because you can't play around with that, because these folks will try to take me to child support court, and then that'll be in a series. Surviving Wiley, Deadbeat Daddy Part 1. Then you might get another lady with a messed up wig, and she done lost her salon many years ago. Didn't nobody ever book her because she would bleach their eyebrows and don't do a good job, and hair falling out, and because she's too busy trying to be messy and get into the church. She being so much mess, you done cooked off people's hair. Two of her clients went there, think they about to get their hair done, but this lady's mess all on YouTube. You supposed to be doing people's hair, and their hair done burnt up and fried up and falling out because you're too busy being in mess, mixing the conditioner with bleach and ammonia and all that, because you're too busy online trying to do a series, and you're losing your clients. That's what's going on. Talking about Wiley, get that salon in order. YouTube is trying to do series, and your salon didn't flop. The only thing that you got is little Social Security that you can give people little payments to promote something that is no longer in existence. Now, if you want me to do a funeral for that salon, I can do a funeral and I preach. In the beginning, it was a salon. The salon had clients. But one day, Sister So-and-so went in that salon. She had hair. She left completely bald. And we pray for that sister. And I lay hands on that bald-headed sister that lost her hair when she went inside that salon. That lady, she needs to go on the legal shield and get her attorney. Burnt that lady hair how you went up in there because you being messy. You wasn't in there praying. You lied to that lady talking about you was in the deep prayer. You was in mess. You wasn't in no praying. You wasn't fasting. You were being messy. And don't you pour that I'm an old lady. You an old messy lady. Put mess in that oldness too. Just because you old don't mean that you're not messy. It's a lot of old messy folks. I'm an old lady, an old messy lady. And that's why you single, ain't got no husband. You ain't gonna get no husband. You're too busy. Everybody else's mess. You can't be focused on no man. You get up early in the morning, mess. Who I'm gonna do a series on? Do a series on everybody. Do a series on why that salon flopped. Make me no difference. Lord have mercy. What happened to the grandmothers that sit in rocket chairs and sew sweaters and give their grandkid peppermints and go to church on Sunday? What happened to the elderly women? Elderly women, where you at? Do we still got some elderly women out there and you know, out there sewing sweaters, baking cookies? Now you got grandmas. They talk about the men. One grandmother was talking about Morris Chestnut, talking about how good his body looked. And how she pretty much want to lick his body. And, you know, Morris was being nice, lied to the woman, talk about you were 10 too. You lied. You know that old lady ain't no 10. You know she a 1 or 2. You want to pay that lady no mind. You have your security to throw that lady out. Go get up there and lie. Oh, ma'am, you are number 10 in my eye. You liar. You know that lady ain't no number 10. You already know that lady ain't no number 10. You done lied to that old, got her hopes up. Anyhow, you got old ladies, they on TikTok. They on TikTok. Man, please. Then when it get too hot, then when they get dragged in a roast battle, then they gonna play this card. I don't understand why. See, he need to leave me alone. I'm old enough to be his grandmama. You need to leave old people alone. Stop begging old folks to donate to your channel. When I was his age, I worked for myself. My kids, they all got good jobs. They don't be on YouTube saying, buy me some drawers, buy me some socks. Leave all people alone. Yeah, that it'd be old. Any other day, they just dragging you, calling you bees. Then when you get back to and clap back to them, then they old. Man, please get someone set down. Oh, Lord have mercy. Get someone sit down. So when you think you're not gonna get rebuked because you 97, you can still get a rebuke. You acting messy, ain't nothing wrong. Don't take away from me because you old. If you have a hearing aid, I'm gonna say, ma'am, you're messy. Stop it. And they don't act like you don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I just think it was all for commentary. I didn't know they was doing all that over there. I thought it was all for clicks and views. Then you went over there. Then you want to do a series just as old and messy. No, I don't want you to be my grandmother. If you was my grandma, I would go to court and say, please, Your Honor, I want to remove her as my grandmother. Take her off my DNA ancestry. I denounce her. I would tell that judge, take her off my birth certificate, take her off my DNA ancestry. I denounce her DNA. Some folks need to be denounced. I don't even want you around me. Get away from me. I will go to court to remove you off my records. Ain't no saying I just treated you so good. Then you want to do about 15, 23 episodes talking about nothing. Yeah, in 1983, I got my cosmetology license. See, back in 1984, we learned different strategies in business. Good God. That's why your salon didn't flop, because you trying to apply a 1984 strategy to 2020. Maybe if you go back to school and get you an updated education, your salon would have been successful. Coming at me talking about I wasn't born in 1984. I think my mama, she was out there, probably out there doing what she had to do. But at that time, she went out there screwing at that moment. Well, she probably was out there screwing. She probably was on the pill during that time. I think she probably was on the pill. I probably need to call my mama and ask her, what was she doing in 1984 and 85? Let me see if I get on the line. Let me see if I call my mama and see what was she doing in 1984 and 85. Let me just see what would she say. I know she probably sleep, but don't worry, get up, mama. Because if I be a millionaire, this is all gonna work for this greater good. Lord, let her wake up right then, and I need to see how I'm gonna, call your mamas if you have family, loved ones. Call them in the morning time and see how they're doing. Call them in the morning and see how they're doing. Hopefully, did she answer? She's supposed to be quarantined in the house anyway. She don't need to be outside. Hope she. Hey, good morning, Mom. What you doing?
Good morning. I'm not trying to get ready to go to Mama's house.
Oh, what was you doing in 1984 and 85? Was you out partying?
I don't know what about no 84, 85 was crazy. Boy, I'm sitting there trying to get stuff ready. All this stuff, Mama floors and stuff get done.
Oh, okay then. Well, she don't need help. She doing good. Everything is good.
Yeah, they finna do the jack up the floor, the kitchen floor. They finna level it up. I gotta move.
So I can use the app to send groceries out if she needs something. Just let me know.
What app is that?
Instacart. Where they send groceries.
You're talking about Instacart. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they send groceries. So if she needs something, just let me know.
Okay.
All right, y'all be blessed. And tell what's my niece? Is my niece there?
No, that looks
like my little baby, my Puka not there.
Puka nothing. Ain't no Puka shit. That little girl.
All right, tell them I say hey and stuff.
Call me later. I'll be at Mama's house.
Okay, I'll call you later. All right, ma.
Okay.
All right, you be blessed. Bye-bye. Okay, she didn't want to tell me what she doing in 1984. All right. And my grandma Flo's gonna be getting jacked up. That's what I like. Her flows getting jacked up. The little thing I like about my grandma, she ain't in no mess. I think she too old now. She used to be messy. I don't know about now. Back in the day, she would get on the phone and be messy. But one thing I love about my grandma, she ain't go on social media with her mess. She do on the phone. Hello? Who did you see, sister so-and-so? Hold on, baby. Hold on. Let me go take the call over here. I said, go on over there, grandma. I know you struggling to get in that room to talk, but I'ma still eavesdrop. Go right up in there. I pretend like I'm doing something. Let me see. Yeah, baby. Did you taste sister so-and-so pot roast? Yeah. Oh, Lord. That pot roast had too much salt. I was just called, and sister so-and-so know that I got high blood pressure. Don't she know I got high blood pressure and she had all that salt? Pastor know he should be shamed to be telling sister so-and-so to make that pot roast. Yeah, it had too much salt. I don't understand this shit. I was like, who is she talking about? Yeah, she can't cook. I said, Granny, she ain't got no teeth before she trying to make all that. That's why she ain't got no taste buds. She did all that drugs and stuff. I'm just saying, boy, get out of here. You talk too much. I'm just saying, she did say she used to weigh 85 pounds on the west side and she did drugs and stuff. Last time I checked it, taste your taste buds out and stuff. But I'm gone. I ain't messing. Tell him I say hello. God bless everybody, you know. But yeah. She said that pot roast was salty. That was back then. Oh, I used to love when my grandma would be gossiping. That's why I'm messy myself. I come from a messy family. We just be talking about folks. You better announce yourself. Hello, I'm here, so we can stop talking about you. Because we do be talking about you. One person we be talking about so bad, I was roasting somebody talking about so bad. I said, just come on and take it. I'm talking about you, yeah? I did say you stink and you need to take a bath. I said the pastor, when we getting tired of you coming to church with your breath stinking like doo-doo. I feel in my spirit, brother, to tell you need to brush your teeth and use some mouthwash. You shouldn't be coming in there stinking like that. I think he broke down. He started crying. Ain't no worry about doing all that crying. Sister, can you give us a sock? Can you give him a hanker sock? Give him a sock. Well, let him cry. I know it. I'd rather you cry now. Because I don't want you to die and you meet the Lord and that breath smell like doo-doo. That type of breath, man, the angels might just scratch your name out of the book of life and send you straight to hell with that type of dragon breath. That type of breath, I don't think you need to be in heaven with mansions paved with gold. Your breath smell like dookie. There ain't no way in the world. I said no. If I was one of them angels, I would scratch your name out that list and put your name in the book in hell. Hell, you should go with that breath. Stinking breath. All right. He started crying. You know, he did. He was disabled. He had crutches. You know, he was disabled. He was disabled. He was like, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. It's supposed to be hallelujah, but he didn't know how to say hallelujah. So his education was limited. So he was like, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. You know, he had crutches. He heavy. I said, Pastor, listen, I know it, you know, I'm on the usher board, but can you please tell her to put his crutches down if he want to fall in the spirit? Because next time he didn't fell on somebody, hurt one of our members. He can't be doing all that falling in the spirit with them crutches. Man, I said, I'm going to just let him fall. He's too heavy. Let the spirit get him back up. Good God, the crutches be falling. They said, hold him, brother. I said, I ain't holding him. My leg is already messed up. You think I'm about to hold him and mess up my arms, man? Let him fall. If he get knocked out, let him meet his maker. Everybody shot out. That's why you say you want to go. Why rush it? All right, let's go to the phone lines. Okay. Anonymous, you live on the show. How you doing? Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, okay. I guess they at work. You at work? Okay, I guess they feed their baby some bacon before they come home. All right, so we got a listener that's listening. Maybe they baby was crying. They said they didn't want to get roasted. So look at why it's too early for this foolish. I'm trying to do some work. Scratch your name out of the book of life. Scratch it out. You know, like boo boo. No, I think you should say something. Shoot. Stinging up and all that type of stuff. Every time he was speaking tongue, you know, in Pentecostal church, you speak in tongue. and you purge, you spit out, all that type of stuff. In Pentecostal church, you speak in tongue, and sometimes you spit. And some folks, the type of church I come from, baby, you spit up stuff. The spit just be coming, blah, 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 and all that stinking breath, stinking up the altar like the altar. You should stink up that altar like, good God Almighty, that's a good God. I told one of the ushers, I said, Grandma, what you want, boy? I said, since you the usher boy president, I got a suggestion. She said, what's your suggestion? Can we please have each ushers have mouthwash on their waist? Put mouthwash. So just in case somebody got some stinking breath, let them, just like communion, put it in one of them communion cups, put it down their throat. No having right there. Put them right down there. And I said, Bishop, he said, come on in. I said, God bless you, Bishop. He said, God bless your son. How you doing? I said, I'm blessed. But I got a suggestion. I know we having problems with people that's stinking, that smelling like boo-boo, but we do got a baptismal pool downstairs in the basement under the floor. How about we get some soap and you baptize them with soap and water? Hey, shut up. Baptize them with soap and water. Sometimes some need to be dumped in there and stay there till you be clean. Let them just dump them in that water. He said, dump them? I said, Bishop, just grab them and say, in the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, I command this funk to leave, and just dump them. Come on and let them pray that it will smell good. That's what some of these folks need. Shoot, good God. He said, so we can't do that. I said, please, let me do it. Promote me to be assistant pastor. I'm about to dump them right there in that will let them stay there till it's clean. And if you refuse, don't come back to the church till you wash your stinking behind. Because if you say, well, I ain't got no shower, don't worry. Take her down to the basement and dump her in that baptism with soap and water and everything like that till she stay there. And let me I said, Bishop, let me call Sister Tasha. And I said, hey, how you doing, Sister Tasha? Okay. Huh? What you say? Can you please bring some of that Pangea wash to Chicago? We need somebody yoni is a little funky. Not a little funky, it's real funky, stinking. Yeah, just like Lazarus when they told Jesus that he's stinking by now. Somebody yoni stinking by now. So can you please bring some of your Pangea wash for that yoni? Yes, and get the aged women, the mothers, not mothers that's being messy. Every mother of the church need to have a case of Pangea wash. So if any of the younger sisters and older sisters that yoni stink it, they can wash them thoroughly with Pangea and soap and water. Every church need a shower and bath ministry. Every church. If you ain't got no shower and bath ministry, I don't know what's going on. Every church need a shower and bath ministry. All right. Whew. Now, if you want to join in for this church, a shower and bath ministry. All right. Put them right there. We had to do feet washing at our church. We had to do a little bit of feet washing. Jesus washed his disciples' feet. And I said, Bishop, some of these folks got toe jam. There's no way in the world all that toe jam on my fingers. I said, show me in the Bible where Jesus had to wash stinking dirty feet. I said, can we please, before you wash the feet, make an announcement, and I'll make it. All right, how you doing, saints? Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord, brother. I said, praise the Lord again. Praise the Lord, and one more time. Hey, he's a wonderful, good God. Now, saints, people of God, saints and ain'ts. Some of y'all ain't no saints. Some of y'all just hypocrite. This for everybody in the house. If you're going to come to the feet washing, make sure your feet is clean. Also, too, we do have a sister here that got some socks on sale. Sister, won't you stand now? We're not going to make you cry. Don't you get up here crying. Don't you dare get up here crying. Bring some of your socks, sister. Now, she do got some of these socks. You know, it is clean socks. She got it on Teespring. She's selling socks. Praise the Lord. She want to be an entrepreneur. You should be shouting. You should be shouting right there with your. Get up and shout with that sock here. She got a sock that she want to sell. So we got in the vestibule area, right down there by the refreshment area. You want to get you some Doritos, get you a clean pair of socks. We got another sister here. God then just delivered her off that wine. Y'all, we got off YouTube. She was drinking wine, and you know, when she came here, she had no edges. She had a whole mohawk, and she would be drunk in wine. Nah, she's saved and she drunk in the spirit. So you going up, come up here, Sister Tasha. So she got for sale. How much you got for sale? She got some Pangea. Watch for y'all yonis. For y'all yonis, for that oven down there and everything. And she gonna be selling it right then and there. Sister. She's right back there with it. She's right there with that hat on. You wait, there you go. And God bless you. She got a baby with her. So we don't want to hold her too long. Now we know we in service. It's about 11:30 at night, but still, saints, go back there. If you know your yonis stink, you need to get some Pangea wash. Amen. Don't you? You can't pray that out. You're gonna have to wash it out. I know some of y'all say you just gonna pray. A sister told me, Bishop, I ain't worried about my yoni. I'm just gonna pray the smell of. You can't pray that funk away. You need to wash it away. Scrub and soap. All right. Whew. Come on there and make sure y'all get it. All right. So now, sister, why are you crying? I don't understand. Y'all said y'all gonna be selling some catfish down there. And the lady said, I'm a fish. I said, sister, no. She didn't say you was a fish. She said we selling catfish dinners downstairs, sister. Don't cry. Come on up here. Don't cry like, oh, okay. Because I was gonna leave the church. You gonna leave, sister? Because you thought that sister called you a fish? No, we selling catfish dinner. Sit down somewhere. Getting up all here crying like that. Don't be sitting up doing all that crying. We selling catfish dinners, and you better buy 3 plates. Don't you sit down there doing all that crying. Oh, okay. Don't be crying on your baby sock like that. You should be ashamed. You supposed to be strong. How you gonna be the first lady and you doing all that crying on that baby sock? My first lady, I want her to be strong. Don't be crying all that, all that type of stuff. You still look good though. Maybe it'll pass the study. We give you some private counseling sessions. Let me stop because I don't want to trigger nobody. Because these people. Yeah, let me get off that. Because baby, they get triggered a lot. So we just wanted everybody to know that we are number 5. They said I wouldn't make it. They said I wouldn't be here today. They said I wouldn't amount to anything. But I'm glad to say that I'm on my way and I won't complain. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is the day. This is the day that we pass Raleigh. That we pass Raleigh. I will rejoice. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And be glad in it. This is the day that we pass Raleigh. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Well, this is the day. This is the day that we pass Yeah. But you better not stop it. I put on this sock and dance. I got a clean sock. I got a sock that I can shout it in. You know, hey, blah, 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 blah. Don't let me put on this sock and shout. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Oh. Somebody right here is selling socks. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. You're going to make a lot of money. Somebody's selling some socks. Somebody's selling, get up and dance with them socks. When I think of a sock, I can dance all night. When I think about socks and what them socks done for me, when I think about socks and how it dried my tears, I can dance all night. When I think about socks, how it dried my tears. When I think about socks, when I blow my nose, I can dance all night. Woo. I can dance all night. When I think about socks, I can dance. Let me sit down. These folks get mad when I talk about their socks. Good God. Woo. I just can't let the sock joke go. Woo. When I think about socks, trouble in my way. I have to cry in a sock. I have to cry in a sock. So much trouble in my way. I have to cry in a sock. I have to cry in a sock. I lay awake at night. Well, this all right. That's all right. I know the sock will dry my tears after a while. Trouble in my way. I have to cry in a sock. So much trouble in my way. I have to cry in a sock. The lady told me I'm a fish. She told me I was a fish. But that's all right. Because I know the sock will fix it after a while. And I woke up one morning in my pajamas. I woke up this morning in my pajamas. Oh. Oh, I'm hot. Oh, Lord. After a while, I felt that right then and there. Somebody gonna make a lot of money off some cookies and socks. Man, they should pay me for promoting their products. They shouldn't get mad. So I'm promoting their product. They should be happy. Made me no different. If, I don't care how mad they're getting. They sneezing all they socks. Don't make me no difference. Who that lady right there looking at me like that? She probably think I'm crazy. But she sure do need to fix her hair because that ponytail looking kind of rough this morning. But she still can get it though. But that ponytail look kind of rough. And I'd have told her last time to fix that ponytail. Sure, I'm gonna give her one of them socks. I'm gonna put a note on fix that ponytail. I'm gonna put her on that sock. Fix that ponytail. I'm gonna tell her that right now. I'm gonna have to put a sock on it and put it on her windshield to tell her to fix that ponytail. That ponytail didn't scare me. Look like she put a skunk up there. Look like she put a raccoon or something up there. Look a disaster. Look like a raccoon that tore that ponytail up. And I'm gonna sure tell her on that sock, fix that ponytail. All right. So for the people that are just joining in, that we are number 5 on Station Head. We definitely want to tell y'all this would have not been possible without each and every one of you. The people. We want a round of applause for that. Y'all can clap your hands for that. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank 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 you. I don't care what nobody say. Shoot, you love that. You can send a donation for a $5 cash app. Maybe no different. But we already know what they're going to say. They're going to turn this celebration that we don't like Sister Ra Ali. They're going to try to turn it, but we don't care. Let them turn it. Because at the end of the day, I know what my heart is. I know I love me some Ra Ali. I think she's an amazing woman, a black woman that own and operate a successful company on site. And she built it from the ground up. Amen. And so we love them both. We love both of them sisters. And we don't have a hate in my body, a boner, but I am a comedian and that ain't going to change. And we love them both. And I support them both. I think they are two powerful women. Amen. And that it is what it is. But it do not take away from what I'm saying that I am number 5. And I definitely have to put that on there. And it is what it is. And so it is an honor and a privilege to be able to be on the same list as those women and as the on-site organization. And I know some people ain't gonna like that, but only messy folks will try to turn that. But ain't no worry, you're gonna turn that mess, and I'm gonna turn it into a message. And we love Riley. Think she's an amazing woman. And speaking of Riley, I was able to listen to partially of their show, and the part that I listened to the episode, they were talking about Lisa Ray, and she was saying, I did not see the episode of Lisa Ray, so I really don't like to do commentary, but why is it that we're talking about Kim now? Because we should have did this. I can understand if we talked about Kim 10 years ago when Nikki first came on the scene, but why now? And that's just like comparing Gabrielle Union to another actress. Like, no, why now? And since that sister asked that question, why now? I have my own theory of now. That's because look, Kim have power in this industry. A lot of people underestimate her power and influence. I believe because she have a video that's going to drop. If you all don't know, pray for me. Look, Kim have a video that is going to drop. Pray for me, featuring Rick Ross. Pray for me. She got a record out. I think it's a dope emotional record. And that video, it have the video dropped already. Let's see. Okay, no. So right now I'm gonna show it on the screen. Give me a second. I'm not going to play the video, but I will show it on. Give me a second, because this is the reason why her name is creeping up in the media. Because I do believe that Lil' Kim is using and flexing her power behind the scenes in the industry. And if anybody know any thing about Lisa Ray, she is friends with Kim, and they've been friends for a long time, because it's a video that Lisa Ray went to her birthday party. So Kim got friends in the industry. Amen. So let me show y'all this really quickly. So Kim got a video coming out. Here we go. And look, Kim on Pray For Me, she explaining the story behind Pray For Me. So she will have a video for that record. I believe she will have a video for the record last time I checked. And so she was explaining that situation. So this is to let you know, it's bringing influence, is bringing people on the show, is bringing people into the Lil' Kim brand, putting that back in there. And it's very short, because that's just started to pop up soon as it went in. Now, this could have been released a while ago, but now that her name is up, it fell on my radar. So that's probably one of the reasons of it. Is a lot of things I'm hearing about Nicki. Nicki is not very well liked in the industry. I'm not talking about music consumers. It's a difference between the industry and people that purchase your music. Industry, the industry. In the industry, Kim is more likable than Nicki, right? Kim is more likable. Now, a lot of people will work with Nicki is because it's profitable for the charts. And if Kim was more marketable in it, a lot of people will still work with Kim. But let's just make it 100 that Kim is still more likable and more respected in the industry than Nicki. Great entertainment as always. Longtime producer. No, this is pre-entertainment and raw talent. Thank you for that so much, Ricardo. And it is what it is. And I know some people don't want to hear what I have to say, but it is the truth. Now, with Lil Kim and with Nicki Minaj, it's just gonna always be, they always gonna be comparing. This is nothing new for Nicki. She have always been compared to Lil Kim when she first started. This will never stop. It will always be, period, point blank. And the best thing that Kim can do is take advantage of that. Now, also Kim, shout out to the Lil Kim Team Instagram page. They made a post and they were dragging Nicki, and Lil Kim post something to co-sign that. Of course, they disabled the comments. I bet her team told them to disable the content, but she said what she said. And once you already say it, every celebrity know once you co-sign some beef, it's always going to end up on a blog. So that's why they do it, and they're deleted, but it's already out there. So you know where they stand. But at the end of the day, nobody can take away from any of those lady talents, from Kim talent or from Nicki talent. Many people think that Lil Kim is completely broke. No, she's not broke. Okay. People just need to stop that. Unless you show me them bank accounts and they say zero balance, 0, then I believe it. She's not broke. Because I remember a couple of years back when I went to go see Kim at the club, it was so packed. It was around the corner. I mean, they had to turn people away that had tickets because the fire marshal, you can't allow nobody else in here. That's just how powerful. And she was just coming in to promote a mixtape. And so that's when she dropped her mixtape. Was I think of the hardcore mixtape. I think Stadium was one of the records on there, but it was dope. And I really love the fact that Kim is still have showed the girls that she still is relevant and she still got a check and she still can get a check. So whenever they open up, she's going to be good. Are you doing 2 men? Of course I'm doing 2 men and a lady tonight. Yes. If the man and lady will have me, if they want to do it tonight, we will do that show tonight. All right. Now, if we got any phone calls, we will take some phone calls. And this is the time that you can open up and let me have it without a cuss word. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Oh, hey, Wiley. Hold on, let me my radio.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So I was just calling to congratulate you on the show and the trending and everything. It's what I hope that happen next week. If it don't happen next week, maybe the following week, is after or while you're doing your show, the people that you have accumulated from the show will tune in that night. So that way you could be trending the next morning.
Yes.
But one thing that I did read on the post was you did your show on Monday and Rod did her show on Tuesday. So for it to be, 4 days later, and you are still trending your number, you went up to the number that you have, I think it's 4 or 5, I believe.
5,
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm proud of you for that. Even when you doubted yourself, you still put yourself out there. Because before you did the show, you was up there saying that you was scared and you nervous and everything. And I'm just happy that you just took that step out on faith. Because if you just, not try, you're going to always be in the same spot. So I'm happy to see that you did something new. And I don't think that I doubt that Mob Radio you know, I doubt that she sees that, you know, this is like real.
Right.
You know, I'm sure she knows
This is a friendly
competitive.
competition. And of course, like the fans or the support will always have that. That's to be doable. But anybody knowing business, this is anybody, they always brag, they always put up, this is good for headlines. This is an attention grabber, conversation. It is what it is. It's business. It's marketing. Why not?
Right.
Because we didn't lie in the headline.
You know, but one thing that I do want to say, you know, I'm a female. Females can be sensitive. So, you know, just if you would reach out to her, just so the people that have put some up in her mind, if she is thinking it, you can hurry up and shut it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I tell her all the time, I have bipolar, boogers run out my nose, snot run out my nose. So please don't take what I say and get you so upset. Only time I want people to really move when I move is to go in their bank account and clear my library balance. You know, all that stuff. That's the type of triggering I could do. But this is pet. This ain't nothing to nobody to be triggered on. But this is just friendly competition and light commentary for a good morning show because it make y'all laugh in the morning, and it sometimes it get people blood boiling in the morning, get them up. Somebody probably had a cold this morning. They got so mad because I said we surpassed Riley. They probably got so mad now they heal. You know what I'm saying? Somebody probably finally sucked their man peen this morning. They were so upset they didn't want to suck it, but since I said I surpassed, they got real horny and they went on and showed their husband some love this morning. So at the end of the day, somebody probably got their punani ate this morning because I said what I said. They got so excited and went on to ate. Yes, I said go eat your wife yoni. Let her have it. Just surprise her for this morning. You know she been quarantined. She bitter. That's why she cussed you out like that because you ain't eating it out like that. You know who I'm talking to. Anybody that's watching that, make sure you eat your woman out every single morning. Let her leave the house happy, especially if she's stuck with the kids. I'm just saying.
Right. And it's another thing I want to say, because I know he was talking about earlier when you were saying they didn't want to collab with you, because I watched the video and I'm watching the video like, why won't you? You know, you unfiltered. That person is definitely unfiltered. And I think together, y'all can definitely.
It will be great. It will be great. But when you surround yourself with people and you think, well, this is a better bridge for me, you do that, because this is why I don't necessarily like cliques. I love to be a leader, because when you get into those cliques, that can help you and it can also hinder you.
It can hinder you.
Because some people get hindered. They get hindered because because I'm just so excited because I could be on the phone with you. I can sit on around you. Some people just excited just to be invited to sit with me and talk with me. No, I want to get the numbers. I want to get the fame. And I always reach back to people that are unknown and bring them on, because I just love blessing people like that. But I knew that it was going to say no, and they're going to say this, they're going to say that. And of course, that's them. They're missing out because you are you're used to following people that's not really too much helping you, and your formula is not necessarily working. Period.
Right.
Especially if you're talking about me constantly. It ain't gonna really work when you don't talk about the people that you sitting with. You talk about me most of the time. So of course,
yes. And then even, and you know what? Okay, so even if, like, I hope they change their mind. Like, if you was to reach out to them like a few weeks down the line when you keep trending, of course.
Yes.
And then y'all do the show, and then bring that, on the show where he throws some shade. You throw some shade at him.
Absolutely. And that's what it would be. And that's what it would be, because that's what the audience will love. But people love them friends. They love to be accepted. And they know if you do something with Wiley, that phone won't get answered. You only cool with these people because you anti-Wiley. Soon as you embrace Wiley, you can't be cool with them.
All right, but that's what I wanted to say. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so very much.
And I already know you're going to keep trending, because that's crazy. 4 days later and you still trending. That's crazy. And you were scared. You didn't even think you was going to do it.
I didn't even think I was going to do it. Reason I was nervous because this was new and some of the people couldn't watch it because they didn't have an Android. So I had to use the call-in number. I have
an Android. I know.
For that.
I had to listen put on the call-in number.
Yeah, so I had to do it for that, and then people couldn't hear the caller. So now I have to get some type of equipment to make sure the Bluetooth is hooked up to this, try to find a way so they'll be able to hear it as well. But just for that, we still were able to accomplish something. This is a win for the Wiley Show. And when we're winning, it's okay to promote the win, especially when y'all promote my L's. Oh, you on the news, the library, this person, no. So when you win, you have to put out there that you won. There's nothing wrong with that. The same way we give energy to losses, we should give that same energy for a win. Period.
Right.
Because if this,
you know what, I just thought about something for the Android users like myself. I was wondering, you know, when it's time for you to do your show, can you like do the YouTube part for, you know, so that way we can see you? Because I was watching the show, but I was listening to the show, but it's like I wanted to see.
Oh, you want to see?
You
right,
know,
right, yeah, right.
Call-in part, then have a
right. So what I would do is I'm gonna record myself and have that version so I can put it on there on like YouTube, like a later down the line, because people love to so
that way
it's a visual, you know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because y'all.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but
yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but this just popped on my mind. Or you can record yourself for the Android users and put it on Patreon, so that way while you're trending on Station Head, you can be getting your coin on Patreon, and we could be watching.
Yes. Okay. I think that's a great idea. That is a great idea for my Patreon people, because most of them got Androids.
So that way the ones that's not, because honestly, on Monday, I literally went and bought the Patreon on Monday because while you was on Station Head, you was like, "Oh, we gotta take this to Patreon."
Yes, and we had to, right? And then we could do like an after show on Patreon, because Patreon is more like fun and stuff like that. And I have a lot to talk about on Patreon. Yeah, a lot of stuff I have to talk about.
On Patreon.
Yeah, a lot of stuff we have to talk about on Patreon tomorrow, because like Friday nights is our Patreon day. So tomorrow night we'll be live on Patreon. So definitely we'll be live on Patreon tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if anybody on there, I post it on there. So we'll be live on Friday night.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, that was just the idea that popped up in my head. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I didn't want to lose that idea about, you recording
that was a good idea
and throwing it on there.
Thank you. That was a great idea.
But yeah, like I was saying, congratulations. And I know you're going to hit that number one.
Thank you.
Because the way Station Head work, everybody will be able to click in. Like, even if they're not subscribed to you, if you're trending, they can just click on your name, right?
Yeah, and what the thing is, people have their own viewership on Station, so people will go and listen. You know, and that's why it's so important, because people love to listen to something that is trending, right? It's hard for a person to listen to something that's not really trending. You don't know. But if you see something trending, you will tune in. So now we have gained more listeners over there. They be like, dang, I listened to your show, and they requesting us today. We just got about 3 or 4 requests to do a show today. But we keep it on that one day formula is because we want to build the momentum on one day. Then if the people request, and if we get sponsors and we're making a check, we can increase it for like a 3-day model, or probably a Monday to Friday model. But right now, the 1 day a week is just so awesome, because you're not really burning yourself out, especially when we on different platforms. We're on YouTube, Patreon, now Station, and you don't want to do too much and just burn yourself out, you know.
Right. And one more idea, because I didn't really hear you plug yourself on Station Head. So make sure you tell them people, hey, my name is Wiley Show on YouTube. Go ahead and
I really didn't even do that.
So feel that way too, because they probably thinking, oh, he only on Patreon. Nah,
right, but no, like it was some people. I think some mods were in there. Yes, they was posting like some information in the comments, which was great. So that was dope, and that's why I love having. If I could just get one moderator, and we had 2 actually, that were able to post information in there because they're so accustomed to doing so, and that's how they are coming to the channel and getting things together, and we love that. And I love the people, the supporters And I really didn't want to like make a big thing out of it. I did what Oprah said back in the 80s. She said, I don't want y'all to do bus signs and all that. I want it to grow by word of mouth. I want us to really, really grow by word of mouth. And then it stick. And that's pretty much what's going on with Station Heads. Like people is getting around, people are talking about it, and it's picking up momentum. So we love it. Thank you so much for calling in, man.
All right.
All right. All right. All right. Thank you. Okay. Who? Where we at? Okay. Anonymous live on the air.
Thank you.
Anonymous. Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, this the icon from New York.
Absolutely. I just want to say we were trending. We were trending.
Yes. And you were actually, thank you for joining us on that episode. You was there.
Nope. You don't have to call in and make it a little hot and spicy.
Yes, they was like he got his sexy voice on.
Yeah, I'm from New York. I know how to put it on and put it off.
Yes, that's what's up. Right. But thank you, man. What's on your mind this morning? What's on your mind this morning?
Now, I just want to say I want to shout out to all the producers. We couldn't do it without you.
Amen to that.
Keep showing Wiley love. We want him to be number one.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is called promotion. You're promoting your platform. You're
Absolutely.
Not paying the agency to promote your platform. You're doing it yourself.
Come on. Amen.
It's a business. You have to wake up.
Absolutely.
But
Facts.
You're not burning any bridges. You're still going to be in contact and close with Mob Radio because I got Mob Radio from you. I subscribe to her and I watch her every time she come on live.
Come on. Right. I just think like people overutilize the burning bridge formula, right? If you burn a bridge, build your own bridge. Okay. Build a bridge builder, right? Be an architect. Because if you're an architect and you have a formula, you make your own bridge, right? And you can't burn something that you've never been a part of. I think a lot of times people say don't burn that bridge as though you were actually on the bridge. So people say that a lot. I'm the bridge maker, or you won't be invited to the table. Okay, I bring my own table. I will bring my own chairs, right? And that's pretty much will be what I approach of the like a Tyler Perry approach. He didn't beg these people to accept him. What Tyler Perry did, he said, man, when y'all screaming about Oscar so white, I'm building my own table and building my own chairs. I'm building my own studio, and he have done that. So it's about ownership. Even though he's controversial, even though he's not, some people don't like his work, but you can't take away from that man's hunger and his formula and him being an owner. Because half the people that's criticized him, you have to beg for an opportunity, and he actually give out opportunities. He's in a position to give opportunities out where networks are requesting, bidding for his shows because they know how great the ratings would be for their network. So thank you so very much, Icon from New York.
No problem. Just keep us posted. Do you have a set date when you go on the radio?
Yes, we go every Monday night, and of course, we're going to have something coming out to announce it. But every Monday night at 9 p.m., we'll be live on station. That's every Monday night. So that'd be 10 p.m. your time. So anybody that's on the East Coast, that's 10 p.m. If you're on the West Coast, that's 7 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Got it. And also, don't forget to post it on your community feed as well on YouTube.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
All right.
Enjoy.
Yesterday we did a 3-hour live and y'all were entertained. So yesterday I had the pleasure of going to get a test for Rona, for COVID. So I got a test and I was under impression. This is the second time I got tested. So the job, they made it mandatory, which they should, for all employees to get a test for COVID-19. So I went, it was a long line. I mean, every single employee was there. I couldn't get no part. You would have thought they was giving out free chicken or free fish platter plates, or they was giving out a raise to everybody to show up. So everybody was there. People were clocking in. I didn't clock in because I'm like, I should have clocked in, especially I was late. I would have made up for the album. Anyway, I didn't. So I filled out the paperwork. We was in the line. Everybody thought that they dig it up your nose and no. Now it's a new approach. Now they put it in your nose, not all the way up your nose like they did when I was at the hospital. They dug it up there. They just swab it a little bit, left one and right one. So, and of course, they give you the results by a call number. So they're going to call us with the results. I pray that we all are negative, that we have nothing, because I don't want any of us to be positive, because that would be devastating towards that place, because we work with people that have elderly people. We work with people with illnesses and problems or health challenges. So we don't want any of these people to get it. We don't want us to have it. We are on the front lines, and if we have it, it's a possibility that the employees can give it to a resident. So we don't want that. So that's why they are implementing places. I know in Texas, there are testing people in these nursing care facilities, because the statistics show a lot of these nursing homes are getting COVID, and the employees are getting it and they're giving it to the residents, and it's spreading like wildfire, because they know once you get a positive person, if you don't isolate that resident or remove that employee from the building, it can spread, and it could be very, very devastating to contain it, because a nurse home is closed and everybody around there, people got roommates, and nursing homes, they can't go outside, so it spreads like a wildfire. You just don't definitely want that to happen. So if you some people were hitting me up for sponsorships, if you want me to sponsor your business, or you want me to promote your business, and you want to, I will give you the rates, and you can just go to my email address and I will post it on the screen. Give me a sec. I will post it on the screen. Oh, I hate when people be trying to text me when I'm live about absolutely nothing. No, I ain't going to no Chasing Dallas reunion. I don't know why they keep asking me. Absolutely not. I'm not going. You could email me at wileyshow@gmail.com. And when you email me, we could definitely tell you our rates and everything like that. Because no, I won't be going to no Chasing Dallas reunion. And the reason why I'm not going, because I'm not paying to sit in the audience to see no queens go back and forth. Not gonna happen. I don't want to see them bottoms going back and forth. And you said that about me in this episode, and you said this. I'm a boss, and I'm a bully. You ain't no boss like that. Stop acting like you got it like that. I make six. You don't make six figures. You in a second chance apartment. Your rent is $500, like everybody else. You drink cheap wine from 7-Eleven. You're not a boss like that making no six figures. You may weigh six figures, but you ain't making six figures. All right. I'm just saying. Whew, Lord. I had to say that for somebody. Glad they tested y'all at best to be cautious. They're talking about a second wave. Yes, because even in China, they are dealing with a situation in China with that. So, all right. So we want to be very cautious with that. So I tell people, be cautious. They open up clubs, they open up situations. So you all want to be very mindful of that, you know. And let me go back to the Chasing Dallas one. I wish them success, but charging me to be media, that's insane. Media should be free, because we're gonna roast you for charging media, right? Most shows will say, hey, let me give you a press pass so you can cover the event. But if I'm paying $100 or how much money it costs, because it costs a pretty good coin to sit there and see you queens argue, this is not a TV show. This is an online show. So I could just watch you queens online for free. So why in the world would I go and use my hard-earned money and pay you queens to battle, and with all that makeup and enema juice spewing out your mouth, to argue with each other about who's the best, who making all that money? You wearing all these fake fabrics, trying to make it seem like you so grand, and you rent, you got your studio apartment, and you barely making ends meet. But you didn't went broke by using somebody else's credit card information to buy all this Chanel stuff to make sure that you so grand, and you literally gonna get a warrant out for your arrest was trying to steal stuff. I don't know, you know. So a lot of them, they want to postpone the reunion so that the mall can open up so you can go steal. A lot of that stuff these people got, they didn't stole. They ain't really that. They don't be, they be wearing the latest fashion, but they ain't got no receipt for it. They be boosting. Y'all be careful with all that stuff. Ooh, I would love to be like him. Fuck with the last one. Ain't no problem. I told one sister, you ain't got to, if you want to be like that person, go on there and boost and steal it. You could be just like her. And you're going to end up just like them too and end up in jail. And then you got a wig on. They're going to take that wig off of you when you go to jail. They taking it off. You ain't coming up with that fault. They're going to take that, ma'am, take the wig off, remove the wig. That's concubine, or that's concubine, or whatever band they say. That's concubine. Take it off. And take that mug shot. They're taking that wig off. You think you coming out with a wig on and all that? Some of these men got wigs. And you think you better have that wig? They took that man wig off. He had a whole wig. They took it off. He looked like George Jefferson. From the Jefferson. It looked like George Jefferson. We all thought he was young and sexy. Man, that man looked like 50-something years old. Now, when he had on that wig with the glue planted on it, he looked like looked like he was in his 20s. Once they took it off, he looked like his age, 55, a version of a George Jefferson. Looked like George Jefferson. Finally got a piece of the pie. The bitch ain't bird in the kitchen. That's really over that meal. So I looked at him. I said, "Good God!" I said, "Look at that man. He look like George Jefferson." The fish don't fry in the kitchen. The beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trouble in just to get up that hill. Now we in the big leagues, getting out there at that. As long as we living is you and me, baby. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, we moving on up to the east side. That's how he looked. Did all that. Lost his swag. We roasted him. Went viral in Dallas. Of course, I Get Dragged. They did a radio show before they went out of business. We beat them very badly in the ratings. They went on the show, tried to drag me, talk about the library situation. I couldn't. They did a show that looked like they worked at Burger King. They whole setup. They was paying this woman $200 per episode to come there and do a show because she had good quality. They had to put an earpiece like they was receptionists at Burger King, putting the burger up in there. Then when you call in, you can't hardly hear them. And they tried to drag me. Then the lady, she tried to drag me, talking about she wanted to beat me up. I said, you beat me up, I'll sue you. She wanted to be with the owner of the show, wanted to beat me up. She wanted to get up on the show. I said, ma'am, please, you ain't going to beat me up. I will sue your black behind with all that false hair you got. Don't get mad at me that I told you need to fix your hair and your extensions. It ain't extending right. It's falling down. Look like my grandmother blind. It look like it's just leaning and broke in pieces. Stuff like, don't be having your hair like that, disturbing me like that. I'm gonna talk about you like it's just falling apart. I said, fix your hair before you try to talk about fix that hair. Please, some of you got inches. Well, that inch is leaning down, just falling apart. Fix it. So they talking about me so bad, and of course, the guy, once he put the hair back on, he got the swag. He looked kind of good, so I started flirting with him. So, but they sent me the tea because they know me. I don't give a darn. I'll talk about it. And so we talked about it. It went viral. That made no difference. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing out there? Whew, God is so good. Woo, glory. Let me go to the phone lines. We got a phone call. Let's go. 6103, call you on the air. You got on your socks today? 6103. Hello. 612.
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, sir. All right, call us back. You hanged up the phone. 612-545. Oh, last four. 5450. All right. Watching Wiley, sometimes it is with good laughter. Yes. All right, there you go, caller. You're live on the air. Hello. Go ahead, brother.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that. Now, I was calling to ask you, did you ever see any research about whether or not homosexuality, transgenderism is a mental illness?
Have I ever done any research about if transgender and homosexuality is concerning with mental illness? That's what you asked me?
Yeah, because I don't know if you've seen, like, before the Psychological Association diagnosed it as a mental illness. I don't know if you knew that used to be the case and it got changed because of political pressure. Did you know about that?
I did know about that, but you know, I did know about it. It was political and they changed. There's a lot of things that they diagnosed for something like that, but I don't believe in that theory. What I do believe that you are who you are, you know, and if you love the same sex, if you a good citizen, not committing no crime, you doing what you're doing, paying your taxes on time, cleaning your behind, got on clean socks and social distancing, then you're doing everything you're supposed to do. But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
In our society today, what we see going on is there's a pressure for everyone to accept that whole way of thinking that is true.
Okay.
Like that men can actually become men or women can become men, or that it's normal. When in reality, what it is that we have people who have a mental problem, and instead of helping them, we're kind of going along with it. Like, well,
I don't believe there's a mental problem. People want to do what they want to do, you know, and I don't think none that is dealing with something mental. In that case, if you say you want to be something else, if you have the money, you can definitely do so. Because if that's the case, then people would argue if women want bigger breasts, if they got little breasts and they want bigger breast implants, do they have a mental illness because they want a bigger breast? Or if they want booty shots, they want a big juicy booty. If they had a flat butt, if they want to make their booty bigger, does that make them have a mental illness because they want a bigger booty? Hello? I'm just saying. Because
as long as they're in school trying to demand that children have to learn this and accept this and try to teach it like propaganda, that's where I got a problem with it.
But you do understand
that a man can become a woman.
Okay, but you do understand, sir. Schools go by the school board. If you believe that LGBT history shouldn't be taught at schools, you need to be making sure that you are on your school board.
You do agree with that, right?
Do I agree with it? I disagree because there's so many great people in LGBT that have helped in the civil rights movement, and every single movement were a part of it. So that history definitely do need to be taught. And if you don't want your child to learn that, then put your child in a school that align with your principles. But if it's a public school and the school board agree with it, then you take it up to the school board. But if you don't want your child to be learned about LGBT history, then take your child out of that school and put them in a school that align with your principles.
Well, I would say they shouldn't be teaching it, period, right? Because that's the same reason. If you remember back, they used to have school prayer, and they used to teach the Bible in the school, right?
Right.
So when they took it out, the reason they decided to take it out, they said was because there's people that don't believe in it. So we don't want to offend people who don't agree with it. Therefore, we're not going to teach it. And I'm cool with that. So what I'm saying is that should apply on everything. So in the case of homosexuality, there's a lot of people that don't agree with it, that don't think it's right to teach to their children. But the school decided because of that homosexual agenda, they're going to force it anyway, even if people disagree with it. So what I'm saying is that's a double standard. That's saying that, the standard that they use to get the Bible out and get prayer out of school, all of a sudden that same reason doesn't apply with homosexuality. Now it's, if you don't like it, then you got to get out of the public school. That's ridiculous.
Or
so that's saying that the homosexuals can force everyone to believe what they believe or impose.
It's not about
views.
Force.
But
it's
for Christians, the people who are Muslim or Jewish or Hindu, they can't. That's a double standard, man. Come on.
Well, that's why you, sir, get on and participate in the process. If you're not there in the room, when the last time you've been in a meeting, in a school board meeting? When the last time you've done that? Have you ever been a part of a school board meeting? Hello? Have you ever been
a part of a parent-teacher conference, not a school board meeting?
Okay, so you need to be in a school board meeting. You need to go where they make those decisions. Because just complaining and saying it's an agenda, then you, sir, get a petition. You garner people together that align your principles, and you fight for what you believe that is right. But if you're not in those rooms, what you're saying is you just complaining like everybody else just in front of the liquor store complaining. But you got to be in those rooms and to express your thoughts about what you think education should be. And you announce it during the school board, and you take people with you to do it. But if you don't, then what you say don't mean nothing, because you just calls it to a show and don't want to be, that opinion have more weight in the rooms of decision making. So you got to go in those rooms, sir, and you tell them how you really feel.
Yeah, I agree with that about going to the school board. The problem is that it's past the school board. This is on the federal government level.
No, you're announcing something with the school district that with the rules and regulations. Is mainly, this is a local issue. So you have to apply what you're talking about, education.
Well, that's my point. It's not going to be a local
curriculum. Right. You're talking about curriculum. You're talking about decisions. That's mostly on the school board with the state, local level. So whatever that school
that
board.
What I'm saying to you is they're passing legislation called the Equality Act that's going to make it mandatory that every school that receives federal funding has to teach LGBT acceptance. Every school.
But that again, so since you talk about federal, my answer don't change. When the last time you've been to Capitol Hill? When the last time you spoke to your senator, your state your representative that represents your district, your congressman or your congresswoman? So when the last time you've been in those rooms? Federal?
I've been involved in that a lot. What are you talking about? I've been involved with that plenty. The problem is
I'm talking about like petitions. I'm talking about petitions. You have to get involved. Politics work with applying pressure. So if you're not in those rooms,
politics works on party lines. That's my point. There's one political party that's decided they're going to push the Equality Act, and right now that political party has more seats in the House of Congress.
But you need to get involved and get involved. It is what it is.
I am involved. That's what I'm doing.
Exactly.
But the problem is we have to beat it politically. And the more people learn about what the Equality Act is,
right?
Realize
that's the reason. But that's just what it is. So you have to get in part of that process. It's going to be a battle. If you believe that,
that's part of what calling in the show does, because there's people that are listening to the show and may listen to it in the future,
right?
And now they became aware of it. I'm just one person. It's not like I can go on national news and talk to people.
But you get you a platform. My advice to you is to get a platform and you express your grievances and you make it a part. I disagree with it.
That's why I called into your show.
Right.
Your show,
and I feel you on that. But with me,
anyone listening learn about it.
Right. But with me, I necessarily believe that the schools need to teach more about home economics, teach more about the stock market, teach more about credit, things that the things that really matters. I think that if we put so much focus on LGBT history and not economics, how you're going to be able to pay your rent is for you to be so educated in the business, economics, savings, how to know about credit, to compete in this world. You're not, to me, learn about LGBT history really ain't gonna have that much weight than knowing how to count and knowing how to do math, knowing how to get a loan, knowing how to write to get a grant for your business, learning how to be an entrepreneur. All that should be taught in first grade, in kindergarten, and teaching you those skills so you'll be able to compete in the 21st century, because you're competing with the world. So, but again, with those suggestions, you got different schools that are applying these suggestions that I just mentioned, because they start making their own charter schools. They say, okay, public schools, y'all go on the kind of left, so let me go to a charter school and let me get my own.
That's why I support school choice.
Yeah, and I support it too.
Choice is such an important policy.
Exactly, because it's not a one-step
especially for the Black community.
Absolutely,
like in the Black community, more than anybody else would benefit from school choice more than any other group of people. And the problem for us is that, unfortunately, our people, because we're so loyal to the Democratic Party, we don't realize that the Democratic Party is putting the interests of the teachers union, which benefit from the public education system, which is where they get their money, over the interests of actual Black children.
Absolutely. But this is the thing. I want to speak on the LGBT history. We're just talking about figures that happen to be gay, telling the history that applies in philosophy, economics, etc. I don't believe that me teaching you about a person that happened to be gay and what they accomplished in the world is going to make your child gay. I don't necessarily believe that, because if that was the case,
I'm not saying that's going to make it gay.
Because I think people,
the point of them teaching that,
because that's
like,
what
do they even need to teach.
That's what they're teaching, and that's what they're calling it.
Reason they're doing that,
just like African American history,
they're trying to make children accept homosexuality. As normal,
just like I think not about accepting. It's about being respectful to it and not being a bully to it. Because the only reason they want to tell someone that teach children that look at these homosexuals in history and what they did, all of it is designed to make homosexuality normal when it's not normal. There's nothing right about it. Because you do have children, but also too, sir, speaking in the school perspective, that you do have children that is gay and that's a part of the LGBT community and that have been bullied because of them being gay. So if the school do not tackle and to say that it is okay to be gay, it's not cool to bully a person because they're gay, we need to bring it up, because school bullying is a big approach. But if you bring this agenda up,
you can do both at the same time.
Right? But if you have to be careful with your wording too, because you don't want to put in the child's mind that it's okay to tell that kid that you shouldn't be gay and to bully. And it's a lot of kids that have commit suicide at an early age because the kids bullied them for being gay. So it's an approach. It's a very delicate situation.
You can teach people not to bully. That doesn't mean now, along with teaching them not to bully, also you got to teach them homosexuality is okay.
I don't think that they saying homosexuality is okay. I think they're just doing history about a figure that who happened to be gay,
right?
But this is the same argument that they have used.
No, it's not an argument. This is a fact.
This is the same. This is the only reason, because this is debate. So what you're saying is we just on different sides. they have said the same thing about African American history. I've heard people that spoke and said it is no way I want my child. This is the reason a lot of people have spoke against this. I don't want my child knowing about African American history. I don't want him to think that being black, it is okay. They didn't want it. They fought tooth for that. And in some parts of the school, in some parts of the school district that agreed not to allow that. So, right, but what I'm telling you is they have all four. It's the same thing. It's like when you have a subject matter, they use the same type of spirit. Only difference is just a different subject, but everybody, it's that same spirit of I don't want my child to be programmed to believe that being black is okay.
Black people were fighting to be treated as human beings.
As same as being gay, as to be accepted as being human beings.
And tell people that I'm black. A homosexual has the privilege of keeping their business private and not telling anybody they're gay. Therefore, they don't have, if they're suffering some kind of persecution for being gay, they can avoid it by keeping it private. As a black man, when people come against me because I'm black, I can't hide it. I can't keep it in the closet. I can't come out one day and announce it to the whole world, hey, I'm coming out as a black man. That doesn't apply. Not only that, as black people, the fact that we're allowing the LGBT movement to hijack our civil rights movement that we fought for, that we bled for,
Gase was there too.
Our forefathers died and were beaten to the ground for.
Gase was there too. See again, sir, but you can't. This is why it is important. This is why they was. Gase were enslaved too. They was. They was because yes, they was, and it was gay people.
Are you gay?
And it was gay. It was gay people that was a part of the civil rights movement. So you can't discredit them.
People are part of it. I'm talking about.
They were some architects that was there. That's the case.
Taking advantage of the.
That's the case. One second, but that's the case. If you're going to discredit that, then Dr. King would not have a powerful advisor for, and he was a gay man. So it was gay people that was a part of one of the architects of the civil rights movement. So if we're going to ignore
you think homosexuality is okay?
I believe that it is your choice to do what you want to do. And in this country, we should not force. I believe, yes, it's okay. It is okay. Absolutely. I believe that it's okay. But I don't believe that we should damn people and control people to the sense.
The black community, because the black community does not accept homosexuality.
Well, that's not true. Not all the black. That's not true, sir. You saying the black as a whole? No. Sir, certain parts don't.
I'm saying the vast majority. There's plenty of polls that show that black people overwhelmingly oppose homosexuality.
Well,
there's poll after poll that's proving that.
I feel you on that, but like, sir,
anyone who lives in the black neighborhood knows this. That's just common sense.
But sir, but this is what I want to tell you.
No, regardless, let me ask you this point, because we talked about civil rights. Do you think that gay people should be able to use affirmative action?
Absolutely. Why not?
It applies for us.
It applies to them.
You see what I'm saying?
It applies. Again, we have. Do you know that with affirmative action and do? Hold on, 1 second, sir. 1 second. 1 second. Do you know who have benefited the most from the civil rights era? Who have really benefited from the what we really fought for, the civil rights era? Do you know who have really have benefited from that? Women, particularly white women have benefited the most really from that law. So it's not just for black. A lot of white women were able to hold on. Let me tell you, they were able to get into professional jobs because of that law.
All these people.
A lot of white women was able to gain from that law, and still to this day
that we fought for, that should only apply to black people. Affirmative action should only apply to black people, not Latinos,
it's not going to apply to black people. That law is applying for anybody that is a minority.
No, because it shouldn't apply, because Latinos and Asians and white women were not dealing with Jim Crow or slavery.
But that's the law, sir. Unfortunately, that the law, everybody have taken advantage of a law that is on the books.
Black people, we allowed other people to take advantage of
Allow?
us.
No.
Allow that
It's not
continue.
that black people
And
allow.
the last thing we should do is let homosexuals jump in and take advantage of our
no,
rights
sir.
too.
But what you're saying is inaccurate. It's the government. The law have passed. That's the law of the land. This ain't a black or white. It's the
only
law.
reason the government did that was because politicians signed up for it. If black people
Duh.
stood up and
They
demanded
did.
that the Democratic Party
They
only
did it.
allow
They
for these
signed it.
policies to
Democrats,
apply to us, they would have to
Democrats
accept it.
or
Because the
Republicans.
Democratic
The
Party
law
needs
is the law.
black vote. Without the black vote, there is no Democratic Party. They can't win.
Well, then I think, sir, you need to run for office. But the current stand, it is what it is. We got the civil rights.
I understand what the
It's
current
on
stance
the
is. What I'm
books.
saying is that we need to stop it. And
How we
need to
gonna
step
stop?
up as a
Stop it.
community and not and not. No, you have to. This is what Malcolm X was talking about. How black people became political chumps because we allow political people to play us and to use us for our own benefit.
Okay. Well, this is the thing, sir. As this country currently stands, that we cannot discriminate because of a person's sex, gender, or sexuality. You can't discriminate, right? It's laws
We're not
to protect.
talking about discriminating against anybody. What we're saying is the rights and privileges that were lauded to black people because of the injustices done to us in this country, those were privileges given to us because we were disadvantaged due to certain circumstances. Other groups that then come in and take advantage of those benefits who did not suffer the injustices that we went through in of itself is wrong. That's
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But again, sir, whether you think it's right or wrong, it's the law. Was I there? Did I fall for that? I was not born. So of course you're gonna take advantage of what for a person have done. I mean, it is what it is. So it is what it is, sir. You might be upset that, hey, these group of people are taking advantage of this law and they shouldn't, but the law is the law and you can take advantage of that law. It is what it is. So,
dude, the law can be changed at any time.
It can be changed.
The LGBT movement,
whoa, you fight to change it.
Let me say this point. The same way the LGBT movement forced their views and demanded politicians accept it, we as black people could do the same thing.
Exactly. Will you go and fight and run for governor? Sir, you go fight and you run for president, run for senate.
Ill-educated and uninformed about these policies, and they don't
run for senate, run for Congress, be a state representative, be a mayor. You get into politics.
Dude, everything starts on the grassroots level. This is about the information and knowledge.
This is the knowledge is there. People already know. Vote. But let me tell you something that President Obama.
There's a lot of people that don't know.
Okay, but for you, let me tell you the best way, and I'm telling you that the best way to do this is you can complain all day, but it's time to get a clipboard and get your name out there and run for office and be in those rooms where decisions are being made. If you're not at the table, you will be on the menu. So be at that table when it's time for city council meetings and school board meetings and me know what your
I understand all that, and I agree
you
with
have
that.
to
But
be in
by
there.
itself does not make the impact.
It does make the impact.
By the vote.
If they did not do that, we wouldn't have the change that we have
people
today.
Need to have the knowledge to make the proper decision.
The knowledge is there. The people is
no.
listen,
The knowledge is there. Not being circulated. People are being lied to by the mainstream media that's feeding them a certain set of propaganda.
If you got the knowledge, if you want, let me say this. All woke folks.
How come school choice is not more popular enough in the black community? It's because the Democratic politicians are lying to our people and they're tricking them.
Well, that's why it is important. Right. But that's why it is important for you, sir, to get a platform, to give out your agenda, and to really fight for it. But for me, after this debate, it will not go anywhere until you really go into those rooms and give your argument. It's one thing to be on social media. It's one thing to scream and shout on social media, but to be an effective person for change, you got to talk to the gatekeepers that make those decisions.
Let's say there's 100 people listening to this conversation right now on your show, right? Let's say 100 people listen to it today. Those 100 people know people that they're with. They have friends and family. If they all of a sudden just bring up the point of school choice and say, how come we don't support school choice? It sounds like a good idea. Sounds like something that would help us. Just that conversation alone creates a domino effect.
Right, but sir, it's a lot of people that believe in school choice.
So just us even having this,
it's a lot of people that, but sir, it's a lot of people just like Roland Martin. It's a lot of
a teachers conference.
Okay, but let me tell you this, sir.
Let
me tell you this. It's a lot of people that do believe in school choice, right? You even got Roland Martin. He have an organization. He travels the country. He do town halls, and most parents believe in school choice. They want to be able to decide where their child should go, right? So they're waking up to that. So they're doing more. What I'm telling you is, this is why it is so.
Community they think when they hear school choice, they think Trump, and so anything associated with Trump, even if it's a good idea, they dismiss it.
Right, but
so what I'm trying to get people to do is to look past the propaganda and realize what's at stake here. And what's the agenda behind why the Democratic Party?
Absolutely. And it's just not. And see, sir, where I disagree with you on,
listen. The Democratic Party gets millions of dollars from teachers unions.
What I would say this, sir,
because of that,
you cannot. This is where you're not hearing it when you're talking about a union. If you have a teachers union, whether you're a Democrat or whether you're a Republican, you're a part of that union. So it's not just Democrats in a union. That's if you have a union.
No, I'm not saying it's just Democrats.
You're a Democrat.
I'm saying the teachers union donates money only to the Democratic Party.
Do you know why? That's not uncommon, sir. Just like the police unions donate to the Republican Party. So your point is this: they donate to
the teachers union. Exclusively donates
because the Democrats. Let me tell you why. Because the Democrats believe in unions. Anybody with good common sense
no, that's not. You're not understanding.
Are going to invest.
The Democrats have a scheme where
it's not a scheme.
They increase money to public education, which that money then, when it goes to the teachers, gets funneled to the teachers union.
I understand what you're saying.
That money back to the Democratic Party.
But this is what it is. Even with the police have a union. Do you know the police have unions?
I understand that. But
I asked you a question. Do you understand? Do the police have unions? Right.
We're talking about why. Listen, brother.
No. Answer the question. You do know that police have unions, right?
I do know that police.
And where do the police unions? Who do they really donate? Who do they really support? A lot, most of the time.
It doesn't matter who the
police answer the question. Who do the police unions really give their money to?
It does
which
not
party?
Matter because we're talking
which
about
party,
choice, brother?
Exactly.
Oh my God,
answer the question. The same way you brought up the argument about teachers unions
have anything to do with
because I'm telling you this. Is because they put their money who they want to invest in that align with their vision and agenda is the same thing that with the Democrats, they get teachers union money because they have a I believes in unions, right? So it is what it is. I have an issue with this. See, I have an issue, but this I know the point that you're making. You talk about school choice.
Poor families,
but you brought up unions.
Black families in inner cities. But the reason that the Democratic Party, who claims to represent the interests of poor working class people, has decided to oppose school choice is because the teachers' unions, who get their money through public education, do not want school choice because they know if parents are given the option, most parents are going to take their kids out of public school because most public schools suck, especially in the inner cities. And so because of that, the teachers union know they're going to lose money because the public schools get money per student. And
I understand. I get you. But this is, but let me tell you this. Let me respond to you. Let me say this. Let me say this. Hold on 1 second. I'll have to put you on mute. Let me say this. I get what you're saying because they have an agenda and they have an interest to make sure teachers' jobs are protected in the public schools. It is their job as a union to protect that teacher job by any means necessary because they took an oath and they have a contract with their members. This is politics. This is no scheme. This is no scam. This is business. So of course you're going to challenge school choice if you try to dilute our unions. So of course the unions going to speak up. Of course the Chicago Teachers Union going to say no to school choice if they feel as though that their union going to lose some power. It's business. But what I'm trying to explain to you, just like the police union donate to Republicans as well, probably more than they do Democrats. And I believe if the police that serve and protect, they have unions, then teachers should have unions, CNAs should have unions everywhere, janitors should have unions, because it's a problem, even in Texas, when you anti-unions, but the police have a union. So if it's good enough for the people that's protecting and serving, why is not good enough for the first responders that's cleaning and helping our elderly out? Why can't they unionize? And the police have a union. Because people know, the police know that union's job is to protect that employee. That's why it's so important to have unions. It's because they fight for you to get rights and they fight for you to get benefits. That's what we're talking about. But the union.
You hear what I'm saying to you?
But
do you hear what I'm saying to you, brother?
Go ahead.
Okay, let me make it clear to you. I'm not talking about whether the teacher should have a union or not. That's aside the point. All I'm saying is clear. I'm making it 100% clear to you. School choice is a policy that would benefit working class people, especially poor black people living in inner cities that are forced to have to send their children to bad public schools. That's a fact. Do you agree with that? Yes or no?
What I do agree with, a parent should have a choice to send their child to whatever school they want to. And this is why I tell parents to make sure you will participate a part of the process, because you are a stakeholder in your child's education, number one. So you as a parent should speak up, go to the school board, go to your local schools, and try to even work with a charter school. It's many different options now. It used to be private, public. Now you have charter schools. So now you even have people homeschooling. Online is now playing a part in early education. So it's many different options
let me
for that
explain
parent
for everybody listening why school choice is more important, is bigger than just the option. What school choice is saying is that the federal funding that would have went to that public school for your child will then come to you as a voucher to pay the tuition of any school of your choice. So, for example, high school students, right, get between $12,000 to $16,000 per student from the federal government to that school. Now, you as a parent would then receive that $12,000 to $16,000, and the government would then apply that to the tuition of any private school of your choice. Now, if anyone with any logical reasoning can understand what that would do for black people, because what that would say is, for that family that lives in the inner city that's stuck having to send their kid to a bad public school, now they're going to be given the opportunity to send their kid to a quality private school to get a quality education. More importantly, to get them out of an environment where there's a peer pressure to push them to get involved in criminal lifestyle. That's even more worse than what's even being taught in school, is the peer pressure itself in the schools from the other kids. So the fact that these parents now have an option to get out of that, and that the government will pay for that, that is why school choice is important. That will revolutionize the trajectory of an entire generation of youth in our country.
Absolutely. And this is why it is so important. And I want to tell another thing that a lot of people say. All inner city schools are not failing. It is some great inner city schools, number one. And just because you go to a public school, it's some inner city schools that are doing well. It is some charter schools that are not doing well. It is some private schools. Hold on one second. Let me speak. It's some private schools that are not doing well as well. So it's not just because you automatically send your child to a private school that he's going to get the best education. Yeah, that don't necessarily be you as
school choice.
Right, you as the parent. Right, you as right. I understand. I hear your point, but you as the parent, you as the parent should always do your research on the school that you're going to.
If a parent does have their child going to a bad public school, now they have the option
to change, and that should be
have a government voucher
that should absolutely be.
If their child is going to a good public school, then they can stay in that.
Absolutely, but this is what I was saying. I agree with what you're saying. This is why it's important to vote. This is why it's important to research who you're voting for. This is why you have to stop thinking blue versus red and start doing your own research, right? Whether that person is blue, whether that person is red, if they align with your principles, then that's the person, he or she, you should vote for. I think that traditionally we are believing whether you blue, whether you red, you need to change that and research the person that aligns with your vision and what you do. And if you can't find no candidate like that, you research and see how you can get on that ballot and you run for that seat. That's how you change it. But if we're not definitely doing that, then we're going to end up in the same revolving door. You're going to get the same felon schools. You're going to get the same results. If you don't change your approach, you're going to continue to get the same results. So you have to change and get involved into politics. Call your state representative. Call your governor. Call your mayor. Make noise. The same way you can call into a show and express how you feel, keep that same energy and apply with your representatives that are getting paid to represent you in Capitol Hill or the State House or City Hall, etc. But keep that energy and voice your opinion to those people that are literally making decisions for your life and for your children's life. You are in charge of your child's education. You are the front line. If your child not getting the best education, you fight to get your child some great education. And then, two, don't just depend upon your school to do a good job. You take your child to the nearest library and read to them and let them read every day. Your child should be reading. It shouldn't be your child just watch television online doing TikTok and they haven't read a book. Every day you should get a book and let your child read it, and they should do a book report, and you should have discussions about what did you learn from that book, right? And we're not doing a call, and we're bringing the show to a close. But thank you so much. I'm going to do my close remarks. Thank you so much, sir. All right. So thank you all so very much for that conversation. And that's how it is on the show. Local assembly women and men can and should help get more funding for local community and schools. You have the power. Go to those meetings. And the problem is you can talk to me all day. I'm not your representative. But it will be more lucrative and more profitable for you to have that energy for the office of power. Now that your child is not at work, I'm sorry, at school because you're quarantined, it shouldn't be, oh Lord, what I'm going to do? Get a book, read, study. You can go to YouTube and see so many documentaries. They have so many channels that teach you about math, geometry, etc. You cannot be so dependent upon that school that you act like you don't have a brain. Get a book and read to your child, and that keeps you sharp too. Read every single day. Reading is very important. Study. Is so many books. That's why people in prison, that's why it was a prison. It was a documentary that I was watching. They went against Harvard University in a debate because some group of people got together and they fund. I think President Obama would help people that's in prison to further their education. And so those prisoners were preparing to debate Harvard and they beat them. They won because they read, they studied, and they had so much time and they put interest in and they put all that energy, that number of time, and they study, and they was able to prepare and they beat Harvard in that debate. So what I'm saying is, while you at home, read to your children and allow your children to read. It's okay to watch TV. We all watch TV. Everybody should be watching TV and get some entertainment. But make sure sometimes out of that day, since they're out of school, they should spend a couple of hours reading and researching. And you as the parent get involved and talk about books, talk about Malcolm X, talk about President Obama, talk about on CNN, ask your children, what is COVID-19? Do you know what that is? If you were a scientist, what would you want to do? So have these discussions at home. Train your children at home. Don't be so dependent upon the teacher and let the teacher do everything. You do nothing at home because they spend the most time with you at home. So make sure when they leave school that you still nurture them and still giving them tools and assets at home. And some of us don't have money for the internet. I understand. But see, could you get a book, a newspaper, read. You have to teach your child as much as you can before puberty when they're hungry to learn. Out of puberty, their interest is not there. That's why it's a train. When you're training, you start young. It's impossible to start when they're 19 or 16. Train young. And one thing that I picked up was reading. I just picked that up from a young age. I just love to read. And I can go back to the Bluefoot series books. I can go back to those books. I don't know if y'all know who the Bluefoot series is, The Gun, The Bully. And I remember them books. Anybody remember the Bluefoot series books? I don't know if we got anybody in the house that's a part of my generation that will read the Bluefoot series. And I can remember reading those books. I could just remember growing up reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. I believe I read that in 8th grade. Right? So reading is so important. It will help you so much. You have to really read every day. We are very particular in my household. Thank God it was a smooth transition. Right. Some parents are struggling with it because they hardly ever spend time with their children. So now they don't even know how their children operate. It's almost a shock because you spent so much time on work and other stuff. Now this is the time that you have been given to even spend time with your children. This is the time to see if your child have a talent. This is the time to groom them. If they're a singer, this is the best time to teach them how to sing, or a songwriter that they can study. Maybe you can assist them with a YouTube channel, etc. So it's a lot that you could be doing. But I'm 30 years old. My goal was to educate my young blacks. But I know for a fact that you got to train your child up about school. I've always told my, you got to. I know if I ever have children, I knew with my niece, I used to tell my sister, I said, read to your daughter every single day. Read. I would read to her any books. We would watch stuff on YouTube, and I would read. And now she's picking up, and now she's reading. Now she's doing it. I said she said every day, read. Always bring up some. Every day she should learn something, learn a new word, or do a word of the day. I remember my best friend, his sister, we used to play school, and she didn't know how to do multiplication. So what we do, my grandmother, we bought this at Walmart. It was like a stand, and they used to have like the papers on this particular stand, like a notebook, like it was real big, and had a marker. What's 2 times 2? 4. And we would play games about that. And she told me many, many years ago, she got accepted at Wendy Young High School. And she said, Marquise, you taught me how to do multiplication. And I was in special ed then. But I just learned, I said, whatever I learned in special ed, I applied it at home. And so we would play school. We would play the teacher and different stuff. And we would play that. And it was so entertaining and everything like that and stuff. So it was just dope. And she were able to pick that up because my grandmother had a daycare. So we were able to train. So when they would leave school, we would talk about different stuff at home, and multiplication or division or everything like that. We would play, we do trivia, etc. We would read books, and I used to love talking with people that read the same book I read. Oh, did you read The Gun? Yes, Wiley, you need to read The Bully. Oh my God, did you read Malcolm X? Are you on that chapter when he? Oh my God, that's what you do. You're right. You can depend on it. Right. You can't depend on the teacher to teach your children. You have to teach your kids before you even start school. It starts by teaching your child how to learn. You must teach your children. The school system is only going to teach them the basis, and we must go further with our children, spend time with them. Absolutely. We must spend time. We were so good. We played funerals. We had a whole funeral service. I think we put somebody in a crate, and that was the casket. And we preached that funeral, baby. We preached that funeral. They were crying, shouting. We used to play funeral. We used to put one on. We used to get crates, cut the crates open, and make sure we put the body in the crates. You know, pretend like you were dead. You put your hand like that. We have a whole funeral right there in the air. Shout out. We would shout. I said, this a home going. This ain't no funeral. This a home going. Hey, put a little makeup on the body. And we would have a whole funeral. I think I called my funeral Wiley Funeral Home. We had a little music playing, and somebody would get up and sing. One of the little sisters, they would be moaning. We had funeral service. We had funeral service. That's what we used to do. We used to play school, funeral service, and everything like that. We used to do all that type of stuff. But we thank y'all. Y'all wanted to call in and stuff like that. We'd have been on this show all day. We'd have let y'all both call in. But that was a beautiful conversation and everything like that. All right. If you don't know what show you listen to, here we go.
Exclusive. That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Don't stop. Keep it going.
Right. Even like they got discounts with the internet. Now they have so much. But again, want to scare a black person away, give them a book that's saying it's BS, teach your children people. Yes, you have to. You have to get a book. You have to read, right? You have to challenge yourself. And again, people, you're the parent. Teach them. Read with your children. Read. If you have nothing else but a Bible, some of y'all, most of us in our household, if you're Christian, say you have nothing but the Bible. To be a good critical thinker is talk about the Bible. Read scriptures in the Bible. You still developing skills, critical thinking, your approach, and have conversations with your child. And that's how you develop it. Then you get a book and you teach them and you challenge your child to think. Make sure you talk to your children about politics. Stop talking about politics don't matter because you lying to your child. Because everything that's dealt with, especially you talking about stimulus, you talking about politics. Somebody told me today, Wiley, they banged on my door. Boo, 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 boo. Wiley, did you hear they just passed the stimulus check? We should begin. I said, who passed it? They just passed it. I said, no, sir. Yes, 50% was bad. The House passed it first, and it's going to be debated in the Senate. Oh, what you mean? You mean the Senate? Well, that means that's another. It's the Senate got to approve it over there. If it's still, it's almost somebody that's, it ain't going nowhere. And then they have to go to the president and he have to sign it. But before all that, they got to debate it, whatever, and they got to be signed before the president. If he don't sign it, you won't get no other check. If they don't agree to it and pass it in the Senate and the House, you won't get no check. They have to pass it. And this is why it's so important to understand government and take Constitution. I remember in the 8th grade, you couldn't even pass unless you pass a Constitution test. I think that was one of the requirements. They need to bring that back. You need to study the Constitution. You need to understand your rights. That's because that will affect you, right? So even in the Bible, it says it was a scripture. And can somebody please tell me where that scripture is located? But this scripture go by, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. People perish. Do anybody got that scripture? Give me that scripture and post it quickly in the chat. Any Bible scholars? I bet it was a scripture that said perish for the lack of knowledge. What was that scripture? What was that scripture at? Let me see if it go my Bible app. Yeah, Bible Shatan. You got a Bible app now. Now some preachers be talking about, oh, I fell in my spirit. I had to scroll that. It's in your Bible app. You didn't got it from your Bible app. You didn't know that off the top of your head. Most of these preachers got their laptops. And they be talking about, oh, how to scroll that. Man, please, that was in your Bible app. I think this is Hosea. Oh, Lord. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. That my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Good God. Because thou hast rejected. Nah, it ain't just because you had it. It's because you rejected it. And some of us be rejecting knowledge. Don't receive it. I don't want to believe in that. And that's why your kids can't read. That's why your kids growing up with bad credit score. Because you ain't trying to learn this. Now, stuff that I'm growing up, hitting up to my 30 is credit. This is one major thing that's affecting so many black families is that we're not learning about finances. We're not learning about finances a lot. We need to learn more about that as a whole, as more families need to have a conversation about money, about how to grow money, how to get money, how to get loans, how to apply for grants, how to invest in the stock market, how to get a CD, how money talk. Money talk. We need to talk more about money. So that's another thing. Credit, APR rate, and formula. What's your APR rate? What is your terms? What is the formula of building good credit? I don't know nothing about no credit. You better learn something about it. And that's when you go get a car, you always paying $400 for a Nissan 1995 Nissan Sentra. That's why you paying every 2 weeks, $300 every 2 weeks, because you are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. You back to get knowledgeable, or you gonna always paying more money. You got to know how to negotiate terms. And you got to understand it. So it's a lot of conversations we definitely had to have. And only how I'm learning this is I learned this by making a mistake. And one day I said, I want to be knowledgeable. I want to know something about the stock market. So one day I went on The Breakfast Club, and one lady was on there that was about finance. She was telling me something about Acorns and Robinhood, where you can invest money into the market and stuff. I looked at my portfolio, it looked kind of decent. But I started to attract and started to watch. One day I was watching bloggers talk about other bloggers, but one day I started to look at folks that is talking about empowerment and talking about growth. Then I learned that it's important to have life insurance. Then now I'm in the process of estate planning. All of these things that I didn't hear when I was young. I didn't have those type of conversations about saving money. Then it's a certain thing about a CD. Then they have something now that give you what do they call that? Self loans. They give you self loans where you pay money and it helps grow your score and everything like that. So I'm learning so much in business now. So I learn as I go. So when I have children, I want to be able to teach them something, and don't say that same ignorant, bad teaching that I learned when I was going. Don't worry about no credit. I ain't got no credit. I ain't worried about no credit. I worry about credit. Well, I ain't worried about that's ignorant talk. You have to tell your children about credit. Soon when Wiley Jr. is born, I want to make sure he have some credit. I remember I was working at racetrack. And it was this man. He told something to me that stopped me in my track. I was mopping the floor. He said, yeah, Marquise, I retired from the railroad and I make good money. I retired, but I was bored. And we were talking about credit, and we both were saying ignorant. So, my credit bad. He said, well, I put my child on my credit at a young age, got them credit cards and stuff. So by the time they was 18, they had perfect credit. And I taught them early on about credit. And I said, what? I said, you can do that. He said, yes. He said, a lot of people do it. They put their kids, get their kids involved, set them up so good that they are really good with their credit because you set them up. Just like some people use their kids' Social Security number, put bills in their name, mess up their credit, like my family did. But He was teaching me. Then it was another gentleman when I moved to Dallas. I started meeting some powerful folks in business. One particular man I met, he said, I got all these cars. I said, what are you doing with it, sir? He said, I rent them all out. And he showed me how much money he made. I said, sir, if you would have adopted me, I would have learned so much. And I'm getting older now, and I'm realizing that a lot of things I have not been taught. And he adopting somebody, and he was telling me all the stuff he's teaching his son, all the skills. And I've learned so much from that man. And then one day, this is why I learned from him. We were having a debate about Texas, and he was so shocked because I was from Inglewood, South Side. He really thought I was a gangster, or probably you had a preconceived. So we were talking, having such much a powerful debate. He said, "Oh my God." He said, "What did you go to school about politics? How do you know so much about that?" I said, "Sir, it's simple. I picked up a book and I read the newspaper and I have my own thoughts." And I said that we were having so much of a conversation. I was learning what Texas kind of lack in. I said, Texas, to me as an employee, I said, they still want you to fax stuff. They don't have stuff online. A lot of these companies are not caught up to date with technology. Even Texas, they're not as an advanced city as they should be compared to up north. I said, in order for them to really compete, they need to be advanced with buses and trains. You should be able to get a bus in Frisco, train everywhere, because of your public transit, that helps the economy, not just for poor folks, but for folks that don't want to necessarily drive a car. You can get jobs. There's so many jobs in Texas. A lot of people can't get to these jobs. I said, sir, I missed out on so many good jobs because it was so far. The bus and the train don't get there. So I said the Texas need to start doing it. And so of course he said, well, it's kind of dangerous and all. I said, sir, I said, this is why you get police and you invest. Majority of people are going to get on a train from South Dallas Country for a job. It's a lot of think that we're going to rob your house and take a big screen TV on the bus. I said, sir, if I come and get on the bus and steal and rob you and get on the bus, how in the world I'm going to be able to put all this stuff on the bus? Eventually I'm black. I'm going to get caught. So I think that's a lie, and like a lie that has been told to scare you residents into believing that public transportation going to increase the crime. No, it can actually help you to get in good employees that can get here and fill up these jobs. And if crime do tick up, then you make sure that you have transit police and you make sure you have police to do their job. That's it. But just to say that crime just going to be so unbearable because you have, and I said, you know why a lot of burglaries be going on, sir, in your neighborhood? I said, I'm going to know something. I said, a lot of people in this neighborhood keep their doors unlocked and they allow people to do construction work, and they know them doors are unlocked. It'd be mainly those type of people that come into these neighborhoods. I said, y'all have to make sure y'all keep y'all doors unlocked and y'all and everything like that. Protect your house. I don't care where you at. Always keep your doors locked. Always have an alarm system. Never get so caught up with I'm in a good neighborhood, it's impossible. No, because there's some people that all they think about is how I'm going to get over and do a crime. So you always want to protect yourself. That's regardless. Keep your doors locked, keep an alarm system, and the police need to make sure they do their job as well, etc. But we had a conversation. We were talking. We were going back and forth. We were talking about money. He was talking about investments. He was telling me to invest in the stock market. He was telling me how to do this and everything like that. And of course, we have lost contact. But it was a certain thing that white man was telling me we having a great job. And I love debating white people. I mean, one time he was at a printing shop. He was a conservative. He told me, "Whoo, you from Chicago? Whoo, Chicago so bad. Them Democrats doing a terrible job in Chicago." I said, "Well, sir, Chicago is like, it's a lot of corruption in any city. And it's not just Democrats. It's some bad Republicans and some bad Democrats." I said, when you're dealing with a system that has been broken for decades. It's time, it needs to be changed. But I don't just necessarily want to blame the Democrats. I blame every politician that have failed the system to change the system. The system needs to be changed. I said Texas got their problems, they got their issue. I remember me and him were talking. I said crime is going to go up in this city because a lot of people are moving here. And one thing that I don't like about Texas, y'all keep saying that y'all are short in police. I said y'all need to stop saying that. I was talking to him like I was talking to City Hall. I said you keep saying that, crime going to creep up and it's going to go bad. About a year or two later, then they really, the crime is so up. And I said, because y'all keep talking about how short y'all are. You never, even if you is short, never put that out there that we ain't got enough police officers to patrol the streets. Because that's going to make criminals know, hey, let's put our criminal enterprise in Dallas. Because guess what? They ain't got that many police officers. You know, so you got to be careful on what you say. And then I told this one officer, we had a phone call. It was one officer that Dallas police don't like. He pretty much be spilling tea about the Dallas police force, etc. But one day he called me, and one day I called him. I got his number for somebody. We talked. I said that, yes, Dallas City Hall, and this is when I knew I wanted to get into politics. I said, because they don't understand, they're old school. And I said, they got to give up a lot of that money, because now what a lot of police officers are doing, they're making it easier for you to become a police officer. Go to police academy, you get it. But if you're not paying them, they go to Frisco, they go to Carrollton, they go to Plano. They make maybe $10,000, probably more than they're making in Dallas. So they will come to Dallas, become a police officer, and go somewhere else because they're going to compete, because you're competing with other towns now. Because since a lot of people are moving and flooding to the DFW area, a lot of Frisco and all these other areas are just popping up, and they're able to pay. And they know in order to keep us safe, we want to make sure that we pay our officers top-notch dollars. And they know Dallas ain't paying officers nothing. So they'll go right over to Frisco and leave Dallas in the hat. And I've met so many officers that have left Dallas and they somewhere else work because they get paid more money. You're gonna go when you make more money, period. But but back to the conversation of education, it's just so good to have a conversation. And it's good to talk to people, right? And that's why you talk with your children. Because like when I have my niece, I always tell them, what book did you read? What are you studying? Who is your favorite teacher? What did you learn today? You need to pay them to do the job. Absolutely. Absolutely. What did you learn today? What do you want to be when you grow up? What is your goal for today? So you have to instill that. It shouldn't be. And one thing I'm learning in the morning, when you first wake up, that's a very powerful moment. When you first wake up, if that child is waking up, listen to me. That child is waking up to you cussing somebody out, argument. That's destructive for that child to go to school. That shouldn't be. A home should be where you nurture. I get it when you have arguments, but every day you cussing, throwing plates, that is a dysfunctional household. In the morning, it should be breakfast. It should be conversations. It should be, what do you think God's waking you up this morning? You should make sure that that home is a good environment. But no child should leave home, you getting beat, you arguing, they getting called, or you don't feed them, you don't talk to them, you don't do nothing. You depend on the school to take care of that. No, you should be able to do all of that if you have it, right? Take care of your children and educate them at home. Don't let your child leave that house in a bad environment like that. Then they got to go to school with that on their mind. Yeah, all that cussing and stuff like that. I didn't think that was right. Even when I grew up, I look at my child, I said, oh, that ain't right. In the morning, you cussing. I said, my mama got a problem. In the morning, she cussing somebody out like that. I said, what's she doing all that cussing in the morning? I said, it just ain't good. You just cussing somebody out in the morning. I can understand at night, the sun is down, but something wrong in the morning. You cussing somebody out. You fighting in the morning? People just waking up. Oh, damn, what the hell? Is his clothes on fire? I woke up one morning. Before I went to school, I smelled something. I said, somebody burning bacon? I said, no, that smells like some burnt rubber. Let me see what's going on. Like I was a nosy child. Made me no different. I said, what the world? What the world is that? You burning somebody's clothes? Get your little A in the house and get ready for school. How I'm getting ready for school? Should I call the fire department? You burning such and such clothes. I said, Mama, why are you sure you don't want me to call the fire department? And to me, I'm ignorant. Wake up. Somebody's stuff is on fire. Mama burning up somebody's stuff. Wake up. It's burning up. Burn, baby, burn. I said, good God. I said, them clothes burning. I said, Mama, and then my teacher asked me, how you doing, Marquise? Good morning. How's everything? Well, my mama put burn up somebody's clothes, but other than that, I'm good. I got roaches in my book bag, dirty sock, but I'm still good. I'm ready to learn. Did you do your homework today? No, I ain't do my homework. You didn't do your homework today? No. Get up here. She whooped me with that ruler. I ain't do my homework. Because my teacher, she whoop you. She had a big ruler. I mean, she threw my tail up because I didn't do the homework. I was done. How can I do homework? People drunk, arguing, fighting. I'm too busy being entertained by WWF on television, and then I get the after show when it turned off. And I be like, uh-oh, mama mad. She breaking up everything. I said, one day, I asked my mama, I said, Mama, why did you break your dishes? And then get mad. I said, why did you break your dishes? I was just angry. I said, you just destroyed your stuff. You just break stuff. And then she would buy the game. I'm looking at my mom. I said, you bought the game? And we wasn't hearing what she said because she was drunk. And then she wanted to bother us. We just having a good time. I said, you little beast, turn this game off. And next thing you know, we see the game and it broke to pieces. I said, why did you throw the game out the window? I said, that's crazy. You don't talk after me. We just crying, threw our game out the window. It broke to pieces. I said, what the world? I said, she done lost her mind. We knew my mama was crazy. We love her though, but she had a problem. Then one day I'm in a good deep sleep, sleeping good. I just happened to wake up. I said, what's all that noise? Ooh, yeah, and all that. What you say, baby girl? And all that type of stuff, girl. And I told baby girl, I said, is my mama having a party? So I went downstairs. I said, what the world? It's only one person down here. She talking to her. I said, Mama, are you okay? Go on back upstairs. I said, you're talking to us. I said, good God. I went upstairs. She was talking to us about 3-4 different people. And they wonder why I'm crazy. Because you wasn't there at 2-3 o'clock in the morning seeing somebody talk to themselves in 3-4 different voices. Of course, I got some voices and all that type of stuff you dealing with somebody that's crazy. You wasn't there when I was about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years old. I go downstairs, somebody talking to themselves. Oh, of course I'm a little crazy. Good googly moogly. I said, what the world is she doing? She nice now because she's sober and good, and she's sober and stuff. She getting better. We pray God bless her heart. But we remember them days. And yes, I'm gonna bring it up. You shouldn't bring that up and talk about your mama like that. I'm gonna bring it up. You get you a mama and you talk about your goodness. If you had that, that's your experience. I talk about my experience. And then when it hits, and when I'm on that comedy stage speaking about 300,000 people around the world about my mama, guess who's going to get a good old check? She going to get a check, and she going to be front row. She going to be right there eating good, built from the ground up. So, yes, I'm going to talk about my mama. That's my mama. Of course I'm going to talk about it. I ain't got to talk about your mama. I'm talking about my mama. I'm the best way I know her. Why not bring it up? All right. They get mad when I talk about my mama. Oh, they get so upset. They get triggered. And a lot of they get so
Thank you for
triggered.
using
When I
Blog
I
Talk
say, it's my
Radio.
mama, what you so
Goodbye.
bad for? I can bring up if I want to. I don't care how bad you, I don't care how sad you was because I talk about that. You think I'm gonna stop? I'm gonna turn up a little higher. I go to time zone where they lift the bed. Yes, I love my mama. Love her dearly. Her and them 15 different personalities she got. Is resting and sleeping right now. She quarantined, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't really call. I don't call her on the weekends, though. I don't call her on the weekends. Definitely don't call her on the weekends. So we already know. Don't call on one day. I call on the weekend. I got on a recording. Maybe I put it. Maybe I put it in the documentary. But it was a terrible sight. That was one of them personalities. It creeped up because, you know, sometimes I'm ignorant. I provoke her in them personalities because it helps me with my give me content to talk about. So I love her. You know, I love you, mama. I love her right then and there. I love my mama. I love my mama. Hey, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mama. It doesn't matter to me. I love her. Love her. I don't care how much liquor she drink, how much liquor's on her breath. I don't care how many naps she got on her head. That's my mama, and I love her dearly. Hey, Baba shut up. But one thing about my mama, she taught me how to be independent. Hey, I knew one thing that my mama, out of all her kids, she said, Marquise, you independent. Y'all see, I learned that from you. She was an alcoholic, but I picked up. She had another alcoholic. It was she just went in an alcoholic. She was also a workaholic. And baby, I took that workaholic spirit from her, and I got it. Baby, you have to stop me from work. It was one time I was so addicted, I had to go to a mental hospital and stand up. They said, "What are you here for?" My name is Marquise, and I am a workaholic. I was a workaholic. I did so many hours. It drove me crazy. Every day we doubles. Every day I'm doing a double. 16. 6 to 2, 2 to 10. 6 to 2, 2 to 10. 6 to 2, 2 to 10. 10 to 6, 6 to 2. 10 to 6, 6 to 2. They make me no different. I'm working every day. And I do it, yes. They already knew to just put my name on the schedule. I'm coming in. Dizzy, ain't sleeping, 1-2 hours, going back to work. Some days then wake up drinking energy drinks and just going to work again. Energy drinks, ain't sleeping. And them voices was heavy. Drove me crazy all them hours. You'd have thought I had about 15 families. I just was a workaholic. I was addicted to work. You want me to work? I do them extra hours. I work. I remember one time I worked so hard. I did a full 24-hour shift. I worked from 3 to 11 as a janitor, and I worked 11 to 7 as a security guard. Then the janitor called off. Then I worked 7 to 3 as a janitor. I did 2 shifts as a janitor, 1 shift as a security guard because I was a workaholic. But I learned that skill from my mother, workaholic, and I took it and I did way more than what she did. But I did not know about saving money. If I had that mindset that I got today, I'd be sitting real good, baby. I wouldn't even be working today because the money that I made good money, but I did not know how to save it. I was eating it up. I didn't know how to invest it. I was just eating it up. I ain't know nothing about no CD. I'm talking about Brandy CD. CD, what's that? You talking about Brandy? CD, human? Yeah. I brought plenty. I thought when they said get a CD, I went to Target and got me a bunch of CDs. They said I need to get some CDs. It's a good investment. So I went to Target, got me a whole bag of CDs. They said, no, sir, we ain't talking about them type of CDs. We're talking about the CDs and the main help growth interest that you put into. I said, oh, one of those. Well, what's that? And they said, get some CDs. So I go to the store, give me a whole bunch of CDs. man. But I thank God that I'm learning every single day. I don't know everything, but my credit is going up. And I thank God for that. But when I first started, my credit was a 407. Not 407 p.m. Not 407 a.m. 407. So it is starting now. It's almost at 600 because I started to learn about credit. I learned about credit. I started to learn about credit. So I'm learning different because I told this person or this woman that I do want her to get, I want her to have my baby one day. But I told her this many, many years ago. I said, I don't want my child to be born in poverty. I would rather go without children. I don't want them to be born in poverty. And she said, what do you mean? I said, I just don't want them to be broke because I know how it was growing up suffering financially. I said, if anything, I just want that not to be an issue. Let something else be an issue, but I just don't want the money to be an issue because money, the lack of money can cause so many issues, but I just want to be stable financially. So if I ever get a woman pregnant, if I ever have a child, adopt or biologically, I want them to be born into a financially secure environment, mentally, spiritually, and financially. That's just like the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Baby, if you mentally, spiritually, and financially secure, baby, you got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. You need all three of them. If you mentally secure, financially secure, spiritually secure, baby, you got you a good formula. But it's hard to be lack of finances. Baby, the lack of finances will affect your mental health. It will affect your spiritual health. It's hard to be spiritually inclined. You broke. You can't pay your bills. You getting evicted. You will start questioning things. It's difficult to see broke. Lights off. You getting thrown out. Then you got to say, God, Lord, what I'm going to do? Help me, Jesus. Do you know how many people have said that? And children got to look at mama, daddy, where we going to stay? You look at your child, you don't know where it's at. A lot of people going through that today. And I said, I don't want my child to be born in a world where I got to see them suffer. I didn't want that. So I decided to keep my pee in my pants. And if I did go and tie some puss, it was with a condom. It's like when I would hump that woman, I would think about, dang, I'm too broke. I ain't gonna really. I remember one time I was humping a girl. I'm really too broke. I ain't gonna be able to survive. And I start calculating how much money I need to make, take care of the child. I started to get soft. And she said, what's going on? Baby, I just want to tell you, I'm too broke. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I ain't ready. My bank account, look, I'm just on Social Security. I lost my job at Chili's. We in a recession. There's no way if I get you pregnant, you might get pregnant with twins because twins run in your family. And I just thought about it. I'm just gonna go. And I just went on, pulled up my pants, had my condom on my peen, and went on up out of there. Surely did. And before I got on the bus, I slinged that condom down the street. So when I got back on the bus, and I said, I can't afford all that. And I got scared because I thought about, I had bags. I thought about it. One day she did call me. She thought that she was pregnant. And I cried. Baby, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, where you at? I cried. So my mama thought I had lost somebody. I said, Mama, she said she didn't have a period. She said, what's going on with you, boy? She said she didn't have her period. What? Speak up. I can't hear you. She said she didn't have her period. And I don't understand. I ain't even do nothing. Nothing came out. Oh, Lord, help me. My mama had to calm me down. I'm acting ignorant, just as stupid, slow, messing up the words. You know, my vocabulary is very limited. So mama said, oh, boy, hush up. Hush up. She just probably a little late. You know, that's what some women sometimes we're a little late. Oh, did that woman call me a little slow self? Call me so slow? She said something to me. Hello. Hey, Mikey, I just want to tell you, I have my period. I ain't pregnant. Oh, cuss her out. I cussed that woman out so much. Baby, I made her cry when I got her. Oh, I said, you blankety blank blank. Why would you tell me that blankety blank blank, you nasty blankety blank blank? When I see you at service, you better not say blankety blank blank about me. When it's communion, you better go on the other side. You better not sit at my table when we downstairs eating. Don't you bring your blankety blank 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 self at my table. Now, maybe you got to go to StreamYard. You'll hear me exclusively say what I said with all them blanks. You know, about me. And then she finally did get pregnant. And then she going to say, I got on the phone with her because I kind of missed that punani because it was good. Didn't say it was bad. It was good. So I went back and then she said, you know, and we sat after we got through Smash and we talked. She said, I just want to tell you now that if you were the father of them, are you okay? Can they just be your god kids? I said, oh man, they'll be my god kids. I ain't got to pay no child support. I did ask it because I always knew about child. Everybody that I knew, they was on child support. I said, you got to pay. Nah, you ain't got to pay your child support. I just want them to be your guy because they need somebody like you around them. I said, I be them. We could be my cut. But I said again, you ain't got to pay no child support. No, okay. I just wanted to make sure. But I ain't make nothing. What it look like you taking my Social Security check? I only got $500. Taking my check for me, shot rack, hit a Billy Goat. Me, Shaq, you got to pay $125. Shaq rack, $125. Hit a Billy Goat, $125. Baby, you ain't got no money. I ain't want to pay that. So we had our check day. I was in the locker room, mad at my own business. Lord, we ain't gonna never get up out this morning show. Y'all need to cash out me all these labs y'all got, but they still say y'all broke. So we have to do a prayer service so y'all can get some money and give to me. At least 10%. You know, all right. We was in the break room, mad at our own business, and this man, he was just boo-hooing. Good looking guy. I mean, good looking. But he was crying, snot coming out. Lord. I said, what the hell you crying like that? What's going on, brother? What the hell going on? Did somebody die in your family? Oh, hey. Just look. Let me see if I get an example. Oh. I said, what? Let me see. Just look at the paper. This B, she's shy. She crazy. I said, well, let me see what's on. Let me get my glasses. I said, damn. You had a check for $1,500, but damn, you paying $250 for one child, another $250 for another child, $275 for the third child, or the fourth child, $200. Good God! Last time he looked at that check, it was about $200.66. So here go your paper. Oh, Marquise, can you believe this? I can believe it. And me, I'm ignorant because I'm from church, so and my pastor was very strong. But what did you expect? You ain't do nothing for her. You want to wear the classy, flashy clothes, and she comes to the job arguing every damn time about take care of the baby, embarrassing her, looking bad. You know, she wasn't looking bad. Let me be honest with you, because that was the one of something. She got some good booty shorts. I wanted to hit that. I'm gonna just be perfectly. Two of his baby mamas, I did want to hit that, but they were fertile, and I made sure I kept that. Stand down. They take me to child support, because if you a child support person, oh baby, I ain't hopping that. So I'll be up in the court, Cook County Circuit Court, and all that. No, But I looked at that check stub and I said, I said, that puss ain't all that good for me to deduct and all that money. No, thank you. All right, I'll see you later. You want to come over and smoke? I'm ignorant. He was attractive. I said, why are you going through? You could just jag off and make you forget about your problems. I'm ignorant. So he did come over the house. He didn't jag off. He wasn't gay or nothing like that. But I just wanted to be around him. I wanted to be. He was attractive, masculine, good, looking good. I just want him in my presence. Don't worry, but you know, man, I ain't got no money for no weed. No, I said, don't worry, I got it all. Food, weed, everything. I ain't got no kids. I can splurge on you. Come on. But I can't say his name because he might be in a documentary. So I ain't gonna say his name. I can't say his name. So we in there smoking, and of course, so we talk, and I want to see where his head space was at. Is he gay? Is he straight? And I've been a pro in knowing where his space was at. We bring up different topics, and I knew I can't try it because he might try to end me. Because one day he got up, and I said, no, he ain't that way. But anywho, we talked, and we had a conversation, and I was telling him, like, bruh, like, let's do a little business. So the business that me and him started to do, that we was going to do a candy store. So I'd say I use the church approach. I said we could sell so many plates, catfish plates, chicken plates, and we can help you to keep some money, right? You just help me out with the candy store, and we split it 50-50. Everything was going good. But the Negro is a flirt. So all the good look, because I used them to my benefit. I said, you answer this though, I want you to look good. You got muscles. You answer though with your shirt off. This is my grandma. My grandma said, put on the shirt, baby. I said, grandma, don't worry about it. Sister so-and-so. I said, I got to get grandma out this house. Sister so-and-so want to see you, grandma. She need prayer. She's sick. Sister so-and-so called me. I'll be right there, sister. I'm coming there with the sister prayer. I said, please pray a long time. Pray for her for hour. And grandma, make sure y'all sit there. Pray. Do a shut-in. Get out. So she went out. She drove. She struggled to get in that car. I said, as soon as she hit it, okay, take that shirt off. Let's get to the store. He answered the door. Babe, we had a whole line. They be all out there. Well, Dorito, how you doing, Daryl? Oh, there, I said the man's name. I'm gonna say Daryl. I ain't gonna say his last name. How you doing, Daryl? Okay, Daryl, I want 3 bags of hot flamers with cheese and meat. And then I want me some pickles. And then I want me some the icy cups, whatever. We made a killing. One day, two of the two. I want to say, something, but I can't, because we all about women empowerment. I can't say because these new folks, they ain't gonna understand. I'm very ignorant about women, or what I said about those women. I told one of, if you don't get y'all up here saying there, up there bringing these bees. I said, if you don't get the F off my grandmother porch, I'm gonna kick your blah blah blah. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you about it. See, I'll kick your ass. But you wanted to F me and all that. If you don't get the on my porch, run. Like we was going at it because she was messing up my money. Messing up, you can't fight the customer. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, pull her in the base. And I told him, I said, man, F her. Like, screw her. Like, get some. Like, give her some ping. That's what she want. So my grandma had a basement. And so he D'd her down real good. She loved it. And she was calm. I said, keep her calm. Just D her down. She can't mess up our operation. She can't be fighting with the customers. Give her some ping. And then, of course, he gave a couple other customers some ping. Baby, I was a pimp. Candy store, baby. We and my grandma had cameras in that basement. Then some days, they would pay a little extra to do a little some little thing. I used to do a lot of stuff, man, please. So one lady, she brought a little extra money. She wanted to screw Daryl. Okay, I'm going to just say Daryl. I ain't going to say his last name. And she had, I think she just got a refund check. She had $500 and she really wanted Daryl. Daryl didn't like her. She was ugly. I said, man, fuck that. I don't give a fuck she looked like that. It's got $500. And to us, that was a lot of money. But I'm young, like 19, 20, boom, boom. It's got $500. We could split that 2 ways. Fuck up. Put a motherfucking bed sheet. Put a paper bag over. I don't give a fuck. Fuck her so we could get our money. So of course he did it. And I said, man, how was it? She suck a dick, dog. She was real good. She was real good. And I said, I need to test this out for myself. And she was one of the best. Out of all the women, that Beetlejuice looking thing, she can slob a mic. I'm going to just, I had to make sure. I had to confess, because he said it was good. He made it. He was so happy. He was so excited. He's like, oh, man, that was off the chain. I said, okay, make sure you brush your teeth and put some mouthwash. And she came back. He wasn't there. She went to see Daryl. Daryl wasn't there. He left already. And whatever. And I was like, well, can we do whatever? And we did whatever. She gave me some hair, and I wanted to see how it went. And it was actually great. So anytime she came up, she get free stuff, free Doritos, free nachos, whatever. She get free stuff, whatever you want. Get. Just keep the head coming. She gave me good head. She just wanted some Doritos. So Doritos head. That's a win. That's a win. I was ignorant. Have not always been gay. Like gay. Man, women. Head was head. She was good looking. I did what I had to do. Did I pimp him? Absolutely, I did. But he was in need. So he had all the motherfucking child support orders. I said, look, we did business. And it all was birthed out of us smoking. And so my grandmother was like, woo, we was able to give good offering for the church. Yeah, blah, shop. Baby, when I walked around that offering plate, we was able to draw good any pastoral aids, any pastoral aid, any goals of $1,000. Don't worry, I got $500. I got $5 on it. And I got $5 on it. Whatever it needs, chips, whatever, man, please. So he was able to do what he do. But of course, the store couldn't really end because he got 2 of the customers pregnant. And so my grandma said, this is too much drama in our house. Every day, it was fights. Police they shut our store down. I was questioned by one of the detectives. He said, you running, we hearing that you running a ring, you running this. I said, sir, we're not running any of those things. I'm just a young man. I'm in special ed, sir. I just wanted to do a show, a store and everything like that. We shutting you down. We getting too many phone calls because this old lady, Miss Byron, every day. Do you got a permit for this store? She'll hold her stomach because she was old and frail. Do you got a permit for this store? Yeah, get your own. Man. Yes, we got a permit. She would talk to my grandma, get in my grandma's head. Marquis, I think you need to shut down that store because you ain't got no permit. Miss Byron said she gonna talk to Mayor Daley. You know how, because Mayor Daley was our mayor then. She gonna talk to Mayor Richard Daley to get you shut down. So you need to go and shut down. I said she need to mind her business. I don't want you to about money. She need to mind her business. She always in people's business. No, so sweater or something. Every day she would be messing up. Every day she called the police. Some days, the police was kind of cool because Daryl was attractive. He was my secret weapon. So every day we need women officers. And we used to always get women officers. But this day we started getting them white, fat, unattractive officers. Shut us down. You fat grease pig. I was calling officers all type of names when he wasn't around. I didn't call that officer that name when he was in the living room. But as soon as he got his big tail in that car and drove to the District 7 back to the police station, we was off the premises, I cussed this fat behind out. Greasy, stinking breath, pig. I was mad. I didn't like it. All of this money that I was making, gone. And then, of course, Daryl, he just did too much. He went out of town. He left us, went out of town. I wanted him to come back. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could find Daryl now because he probably can make a killing on OnlyFans. You need to start. I need to go outside, but keep going. So I knew what it was. So yeah, but it's my last one. A friend recently just asked me for $200. He's very attractive. I said, you ain't got to be an escort or anything. Like, you always suffer for money. He was like, yeah. Why don't you get a OnlyFans? Sling your peen. I said, you don't have to beg. You have a body and you don't have to F nobody. Just sling the peen, play with your booty hole, put the oils around you. He said, you think I could do it? I said, yes. And I said, you will make a killing if you want somebody to suck you up or you want to screw somebody and all that. I let you screw me on there. You give me 50% on your OnlyFans donations. How about I help market your OnlyFans? You screw me with it and stuff like that. You get the strawberries, the whipped cream, and I get 50% of your subscriptions. You get 50. I said, my audience would love to see you screw me. We do it in a tub, shower, bus, libraries, whatever it takes. But he's too scared to do it. He don't want to do it. He said his baby mama will get him. So I said, well, just be broke then. I said, my $200 come with this. It's a deal. You're going to be enslaved to me for this $200. Do the OnlyFans. I was kind of, anyway, I always wanted to get screwed on camera by a man. So a little of my fantasies was playing out. Well, all the money ain't good marketing. Stop the foolishness. Well, I'm just saying. I surely have my business because my uncle worked for 40. I'm just saying. I gave him a suggestion. What? He asked me. I gave him an ultimatum. He declined. So goodbye. And he asked me for something else, and we were able to make other arrangements, and we are not going to discuss what those arrangements was. But he was able to get something, but he had to do something for us. For me. Ooh, for me. Yeah, he had to do something for me. Because I know you ain't going to borrow. You're going to never give it back. So you're going to do something for me. For me. I can't say what it was because I don't want it in no documentary or no series. All I know, I left happy. I left so happy. He wanted something. We got the paperwork to even prove it. Where the paperwork at? Because I had to make sure he had to sign documents and stuff. Because child, it was documents that he had to sign, documentations. So get mad at me? You ask for my money, baby. You gonna slip and slide and suck and block whatever it take. You on my coin, baby. You gonna work for this? That's simple. You're going to clean my flow. Now, what he did, let me tell you what he did, because these people thinking I'm talking about sex. You know how they mad just so in the gutter. No. I needed somebody to take my bed out. I needed somebody to vacuum my floors. I needed somebody to wash the dishes. I needed somebody to massage my feet because I have mild cerebral palsy. So I told him to massage it. And I told him, you must have your shirt off. You clean it. I love eye candy. These are the rules. Do you want the job? He said, yes. So we're going to try to get him on Patreon to do some stuff. And I'm going to use him. And I'm going to give him a part of the money. Again, I'm always a hustler. Definitely. But he did clean my house with his shirt off. I think he just turned his shirt off because it was real hot. Because I put the heat on to make him take his shirt off. Ooh, child. But yeah, I'm always going to make sure I get something out the deal. Period. One of my friends wanted to borrow. I said, Buttercup needs to walk. I said, this trash needs to be taken out. This floor needs to be mopped. I said, another friend wanted extra money. I said, oh, my wall show need to be painted. Oh, I paint that for you. I know you will go paint it, or you ain't gonna get the money. You're gonna do a service. So what I do around my circle, whoever asks, I make sure that they provide a service so they don't keep asking me for something, because I know you ain't gonna pay it back. So if you work for it, eventually, maybe something I plan in your head, then I need to work for the money too, so I don't have to ask somebody for no money. Period. Now, whoo! More money. Okay, let's go on and show y'all where we at right now. So we are at number 5. Ooh, child. Wiley Show is at number 5. Ooh, Riley is number 6. Wiley, beat Riley in the ratings. Wiley, be Riley in the ratings. Someday, Wiley would be at number 1. Someday, Wiley would be at number 1. Ooh. All right. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. I have enjoyed this live, but I have to go to love you all. Peace and bless you all. Yes. Peace and bless everything. I gotta go. Lord have mercy. I've been on here all day. I've been here all day. Naming and claiming. So if you missed the show, I will post it here, and I will post it here. If you miss the show, we will post it in the chat. So I post the link in the chat. I'm going to post it again, and we thank each and every one of you all for this. All right. So we're going to go. I'm just going to quit. I thank you all for giving me cash apps and different things like that, because that's going to go towards my wardrobe, you know. So we thank you all so very much for that. Thank you. Ooh, wow, we stayed on here long. Wow, I didn't even think we was gonna stay on here this long this morning. Wow, so I gotta walk, give me some new clothes. Will I be coming back? I don't know. But if I do come back, the first people that will know is those that are on the number 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462. It is the number that you can watch if you want to come on the Wiley Show. If you want to get notified when we go live. I've been getting up late and haven't been over here in a while. This was fun today. Well, thank you all so very much. We did not rush today. So we might come back later on today. We will see how it goes. Let me see how many people really gave today. So we thank you all so very much. So this is going to go towards a shirt. Thank you. Somebody want a notification. Thank you so very much. Thank you to all the people in the house today, because I sure need an outfit. I need a lot of outfits today. Yeah. I need a lot of outfits today. So I'm going to give me a couple of outfits. See y'all later. Man, we definitely should party. This was really good. Number 5. Oh, Lord. Number 5. Ooh, wait. Oh, damn. Stay on the hole. It's just twisting. Oh, Lord. Look at that thing twisting like that. Let me see what's going on with this thing. Why are y'all twisting like that? Stay right there, baby. There you go. Shout out to all my mods. Thank y'all so very much. I will see you all until we meet again. I'm not gonna make no promise because if I say I'm coming back later, y'all gonna all be there with us later. But today is 2 men and a lady day. So if we do come back, it will be for 2 men and a lady. I'm gonna check with all the respected hostess and man and woman to see if they're able to come on today. Thank you all and God bless you. Oh, well, let's do this before we go. We got to do the check-in. So where y'all watching from? Okay, we could do that really quickly, and then we can go. Let's do it. All right, where y'all watching from? I know everybody. Okay, represent your city. All right. North Carolina, Houston, Tokyo, Cleveland. Wave your sides. You got a sock in your hand, say yeah. If you got a sock in your hand, say yeah. Wave your sides. Hey. New Orleans in the house. Connecticut in the house. Hey. Saki. Yeah. Baby, you can pick up your fish plate with these socks. If you got you a hot fish plate, you can pick it up with your socks. Hey. Now dry your tears. 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 Yeah. Thank you all so very much. Peace and blessings to you all. Okay. So if we go live tonight, I will let you all know. 972-674-9462. You will know the exact time when we go live. You will be notified first. So if you want to know when we go live, that's 972-674-9462. Thank you all so very much. Peace. We got to make sure we take that one off, because child. See y'all later. Peace and blessings.